That was never something I personally think for myself.
I'm gonna come back to you, Money Maker. Okay, you never worried about it yourself. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's Michelle?
Me and Michelle.
Okay, I'm coming back to you, Michelle. So this is how the panel is gonna kind of look. I can put up the 4 people in there. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have two.
So, in other words,
It wasn't really that. Me and their father were together as teenagers, and just by the time we got to the marrying age, I would say by the time we were 23, 24, looking towards marriage, I was done with the relationship. We cheated a lot, so
but you already had kids.
yes, we already had children.
So this one, so I've said this before and I'll say it again. Black women, it seems like being a wife is more of a big deal than being a mother.
For some people, it was never that type of thing to me, and maybe because of what I saw as far as being a wife, I saw.
Okay, so why don't you? Okay, so I don't want to just assume, but how old are your kids?
14 and 9.
14 and 9.
Yes.
And how old are you?
33.
33.
Yes.
So you had a kid at 18 or 19 years old.
And
And then another one at 24, 25, 23,
And?
24.
Yes.
All right. So why was marriage no big deal then?
Marriage was never a big deal on mine. I would say because I personally never
Didn't he say you're supposed to have 3 kids by the age of 18? So now what?
like I have a thing with commitment. I just don't personally believe
that was the
the vows.
that was the
You had
hyena.
a baby with somebody.
I don't see people live that lifestyle, basically.
So what? See, this doesn't make sense to me, is man, because it's like
Turn the music down a little bit, Tony.
committed to being somebody's mom.
No,
until
that's
you die.
from the
Oh, that's
thing.
him.
No, it's me,
What
but
is it
on
with
my
women like yourself that
the
don't
music
seem to
is not
realize
coming
that
from
that's
me
racist?
now. It's coming from when I
Meaning
recorded
that
it earlier.
It's all right to be
Oh, I see.
and struggle or try to do the job of 2 people as one
Hey,
person.
alien.
Well, actually, I've never had to do the job as far as their dad by myself because their dad has always been present. However, in a single mom aspect of living apart, I live, in my separate state. You live in New York.
Present
That
doesn't
makes
mean.
things
See, the
difficult,
thing
but
is,
that
okay,
I never wanted to be a wife.
we get it confused just because a child can be maintained.
Mhm.
A roof over head, food on the plate, and clothes on the back does not mean a child is being raised. Trying to do the job of 2 people means you're one person in the house.
Correct.
That means there's a deficit. That means you're one side. You are unbalanced. It's a female's way of looking at things with no man in the house.
Okay, and
And as somebody who has had to try to do things on the weekend, that's not the same.
so
Why?
No,
is it
that's
that-
not the same. However, that doesn't mean every woman. I don't. You get what I'm saying? Some women look at marriage or being a wife as a pivotal point to success and in life. That just never been.
You sound
I've
very
never-
so it's all right. So it's basically okay to walk around with you and kids and no structure.
No, not me and my kids in no structure. Yes, we probably should have more structure with having a father in the home. Absolutely, there's more structure, but it's okay for me to not be to be committed to being a mother, but not being committed to being a wife.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
No. See, I get that y'all want to believe that, but the results are pretty clear. That's why the black community is at the bottom, because there's so many women that, like yourself, think, all right, I'll commit to being a mother.
It's either
okay, and what y'all gonna commit to?
Let me speak. And then
Okay.
your child is 14 and 9. You don't know what it's going to be yet. You don't know until they're out of your house.
You don't either, Mr. Daddy.
So you really don't know yet. But what we do know is the woman that came before you that have children and don't worry about marriage.
Where they get them from? Where they get these children from?
have a son and a daughter.
So you don't want your daughter to be married either.
No, not that I don't want my daughter to be married. If that's what she wants to do, she can. But I never made it a priority or a thing for myself. That's just me. I don't.
But it was all right to
I
have
have not
kids.
met. I have not met the man that I feel that I can commit to.
Did you feel like the man could do what?
That I can commit to with the way that he acts. Just like perfect example, I
So
could
why
be with
make
your
babies
father
for
and we
me?
could be.
Then why make so? See, man, all this stuff would make sense if you wouldn't decide to become a mother once or twice. And this is where I need you ladies to start listening to.
I guess she just
Hold your mouth.
became a mother just out of the clear
Listen,
blue sky.
listen,
Immaculate
for the
conception.
community. We got women
Somebody
making
cooking something?
understand this stuff, and y'all don't listen to the rest. This is why our community's jacked up. We got so many individual women talking about, well, you know, I don't know a man who can do this or that. And it's like, well, who cares? You're somebody's mother. And we need families.
Yes, we do need families, but I do not support being a family with a male just because you have a penis does not mean you can leave.
But then why have his babies?
We didn't have his babies. We were in love. We had children. Just like people get married and they get divorced. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. It is not the
It
same
is.
thing. It is not the same thing. And that's
What's the difference?
That is another jacked up part of you don't even know what you basically what you're saying is like so many women. Whether you're married or not married, it don't matter because people can divorce. Marriage is all. Listen, I don't know. Whether we get married or not, relationships can break up. It's this all things are equal. It's always relative. And the problem is in our community, this is how women think. It's no big deal. Whether you're married or not, just make the babies and have fractured, broken homes. Because
no, nobody set up. We didn't set up to have a fractured or broken home.
Mm-hmm.
Because had I not left the relationship, we would still be together to this day.
So you broke like I said. I say a lot of modern women are home wreckers.
Left the relationship.
A lot of women are home wreckers. You wreck your own home.
We don't wreck the home. We get tired of the bullshit and we bounce.
We end up, a lot of women start, you can't overtalk.
We wreck our home. Them damn bastards wreck the home.
That's not gonna work. I've been trying to be cool, but when I start talking,
So we wrecked the home and made them leave, but we still trying to raise our family and still trying to serve the community.
You women don't even.
Come on now, it don't make sense.
You gotta let me know when to pause, boss lady. We home wreckers. That's a new one. Well, let's go.
Yeah, we're wrecking the home, but we still raising these children, and we being a single parent and running the household and all that. But it's our fault that the men are not in the household to see over anything. They don't have no responsibility. This man takes no responsibility for the man in the community and the family. I don't understand why he just let's talk about that.
Well, I'm talking about that towards the end.
I'm talking to him, not you.
Oh, now if he answers you back, let me stop.
Listen to another point of view.
You're not listening.
You don't.
You're not listening. You sound like
Get your little cackling friend, check her. Check your cackling friend. If you want to talk on it, check your friend on Mounts. If she wants to get on, tell her to get her butt on it. No, tell her to get on the screen. Tell her to bring us up on the screen for y'all both. I don't do that with that background noise.
in my business.
Tell your friend to get on these
Parent,
down.
not married.
You can't even control your friend. This is crazy.
I'm not
This is the shit we talking. I'm seriously. Listen what just happened. I don't know a man that's good enough to do such and so forth. And who wants to be dealing with some foolishness like that? The only group of women that sit around and try to justify and make it make sense is to, well, you know, I can go be a young mother, a teenage mother at 18 or 19 years old when you ain't got no business being a mother, not married,
Huh?
and then go do it again and then talk about the downsides of it. Ladies, understand, this is why so many men feel like you're done. Because listen to that little cackling ass friend in the background. This is it. It's no big deal to be a single mama Because
He don't want nobody asking him no questions.
all of this is only an issue because you decided if you wanted to just wanted to. Let me help you out. I can overtalk anybody I want to on my show. See, let me tell you something. I don't have to overtalk. When I talk, you shut up. You be quiet. You know, I shouldn't have to overtalk anybody on my show. Y'all do that shit with your men. See, the problem is you can't even come in here and have a conversation when it gets contentious with a man because the first thing so many of our sisters want to do is show your dick. Let me sit up, let me argue back and forth, other than just sit back and be quiet. We already know what you think. But to get a different point of view, what it would do is it would actually make her have to listen to another point of view, and it might put some accountability and consequence. And that's it. That's it. That's why when I walk around Houston, I got black men damn near tears saying, "Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Please keep saying what you say." So y'all can miss it with that bullshit. I got too many men out here that are saying, "Thank you for doing this," because that is what they have to deal with.
They don't have to deal with it.
You don't even want to hear another point of view.
They don't have to deal with it. Stop.
Be with a man that you want to be with. And then
Nobody don't have to deal with nothing that they do not choose to deal with. Y'all can cross on over and get any type of women you want. You do not have to deal with us. You don't have to say hello. You don't have to say goodbye. You could just walk right on by. It's a big deal to be a single mother, and it's sad. How would you know alien blood? You're a man. You may know what you have been through, but I see mothers and fathers together, and it's still sad, and it's still hard.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, he tried to act like it was immaculate conception. These women just popped up with babies. They turned 18 or whatever, and they just had these kids. And they
don't want us. Don't want us. Okay, black men don't want us. Okay, I'm not saying y'all don't want us. What I'm saying is don't.
So
want
why are they leaving all these black children?
If we so much the problem, then don't want us.
And stop leaving your black children with us.
Pow. You know, take your little bag of your seeds and plant it somewhere else and go be happy where y'all need to be. Because we're in 2022. Y'all been complaining forever, and you're not going to get what you want. You're not. I don't know if it makes it good or makes it bad. But these women want the education. These women want to be what they want to do something with their lives rather than to sit there. We was not put on this earth. We was put on this earth to be help. Help means y'all do something and we help you do it, not be the maid or the servant. And women is not doing that no more. Y'all could talk to you blue out the sky. Women are not going to do it.
They want us to save the kids. They want us to save them. They want us to save ourselves. They want us to, but we ain't good enough. So make up your mind. Which one is it? You want us to save the world?
Leave us alone. Don't even make up your mind no more. Just leave us alone.
No.
Just leave us alone. And we all of this. We habitual baby mamas, and we ain't no good, and we rude, we unruly, we don't take orders. And guess what? All these things that y'all say a man's supposed to be, no, I know that's your mother, but I'm talking about how will you know? Because you're not a single mother. You may have seen what your mother been through, but you are not a single mother. But what I'm saying is, if we unruly, we don't have no respect, we ain't feminine, and y'all got a whole list of leave us alone. But no, ain't no money in that, because you're not going to cross over to another group of women, because they're not all submissive. You ain't gonna cross over to another group of women and make videos about them being unruly and them being AB. No, just because we are black women, all women are predominantly the same. Unless, you know, it depends on what culture that you're in. But like I said, I like some of the stuff that Kevin said. So that's why I watch. He does make, like, I believe in the point of being married before you drop these kids. But in real life, it don't happen that way. It don't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. Everybody got the secrets to all these secrets. You got the hyena. Yeah, all these things sound good. But when is it going to be put to practice? It's not being put to practice. Y'all just making money. Y'all just making money. No, but he's saying stop putting the cart before the horse. Yeah, you know, but you know, you get tired of, and then you got all these new men popping up. Yo, it's a shame. A bunch of grown men have nothing else better to do, and I'm not singling out Kevin Samuels. Talking about all these new pages that want to make money. They want to start singling out the black freaking woman. Yeah, that sounds good, Alien. That sounds good. But guess what? Back in the days, they didn't marry before they carried. That's why they made up this thing called a shotgun wedding. They didn't marry before they carried neither. They made sure, their family made sure they got married before the baby came. Because back then in them days, honey, they called a shotgun wedding. But it's crazy. A bunch of grown men talk about women all damn day. Like, damn, leave us alone. Go be happy. Go and be happy. Go be happy to whoever you want to be happy to, or whoever makes you happy. It's okay. But you ain't gonna change them women neither. All that complaining y'all been doing for decades on top of decades, now these women know, they really know how it is to make their own money. Now they know how it is to be doctors. They know how it is to be lawyers or whatever they choose to do. They're not trying to hear what the hell y'all saying. They're not trying to hear it. Sounds good, but they're not trying to hear it. Because while we serving y'all, who serves us? Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, and all these young ladies, the young ladies in their 20s to 30s, that's being pum down because she want to leave and go and live her own life. There's so many stories popping up, and they're taking these young girls out, but turning them back and walking away. So the young girls can't even turn around and walk away. They got to sit up here and just deal with you for the rest of their life. Come on, you guys got to get it together. You guys got to figure it out. I think you
got a little background, Trey Dre. How you doing?
That was me. You said my background is something?
I was talking to Trey J.
Oh, okay.
So when he came in, the noise came in. How you doing, Trey J? Oh, he got off. When he come back on, he'll let me know. I mean, all this is good. Listen, I'm all for whatever works with you. Whatever work with you, whatever work with you, and whatever work for you, that's good for you. Hey, Trey J, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am fine. And yourself?
Hello.
I'm doing great. Doing great. Hello. How are you?
Wonderful.
All right, let me have it.
No, I just really wanted to come on, and I was talking. I saw King Richard today, and it was a really good movie. The support and the protection that he provided for his girls and for the women that's in his life was just it was awesome. Um, I have a daughter, so it kind of hit home a little bit, and I, I I tried to I tried to go back and listen to some of our women's live streams and hear things from their perspective. I although I see where you guys are coming from a woman's standpoint. I don't necessarily agree with everything, but I see the emotional outpouring, and I just wanted you to know that I'm listening. I'm not.
I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I don't get
Okay, she just said emotional output as far as what?
She just cut me off. I ain't even finished what I was saying, but go ahead, boss lady.
No, I didn't want to lose that train of thought because he said that he understands I'm trying to get what he's saying.
No, he think we're speaking from emotion because men have been taught that women are emotional creatures, which is asinine.
So you think that so instead of responding, you think that we're emotionally responding instead of responding into the situation? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that years, decades of either shared experiences or anecdotal experiences has put everybody. I think this whole country, to be honest, well, let me just put it like this: this whole country is in a feelings-based standpoint. I mean, you can't say anything without hurting somebody's feelings. I can't say, "Oh, she went to the store," without hurting somebody's feelings these days. So,
no, baby, I give it to you straight, raw alien blood. Women, let me tell you something. Emotional is a feeling. Everybody has emotions, and everybody has logic. And there is no difference because you're not a woman.
The difference between emotions.
No, but you're going to tell me from a man's point of view. So it doesn't make it accurate because you're not a woman.
The difference between emotions and feelings. One, emotions are more subconscious, feelings are more conscious. So you're
Go ahead, baby.
So feelings being, like for example, if you have a child and I come up and slap your child, you'll be acting based off of emotion. You wouldn't even think about how you would feel.
I'm saying, is emotion natural?
It's 100% natural.
All right, so it's a feeling it's still a feeling.
The reason why I'm breaking down that point is there's a lot of feelings, not necessarily emotion. There's a lot of feelings as far as conscious thought about how you feel about black men and how black men feel about you.
It's still natural. So everybody has it. You can't dispute that. I'm not. God went and gave us touch, smell, sense, laugh, cry. All these things would never came about if we all have it. So all this crap, not you, Trey Jab. I just be watching a lot of shows. But all this thing, women is emotional. So are men. It's natural.
I'm not saying it's not natural for feelings and emotions. I'm not saying that it's not for both. Men, there are men typically the optimal standpoint from a man is to be able not to think feelings wise, but think logically. Logically think through things.
That's what men see. This is the problem. We all speak upon what's supposed to be done. How things. What I'm saying, I would love for it to be like that.
Supposed to be is important because supposed to be is a standard.
And but it's not. But it's not.
How is it a standard when we're just talking about? See, you're running your train into your track,
No, what I'm saying is supposed to be is a standard. And so by when I say supposed to be, how men are supposed to act is, reading the Bible, they're supposed to deal with you according to knowledge as the weaker vessel. So
Who the weaker
as a
vessel?
excuse me?
Who's the weaker vessel?
The Bible says that you're the woman, your wife, being the weaker vessel.
What verse is that? So we can find that right now.
Yeah, show me where say that at.
You know, I go by verses.
Sure, I'll be happy to. One moment.
Because I think you're taking a vessel as far vessel means the body. So that means as far as,
1 Peter 3:7.
chopping trees and stuff like that. And
1 Peter 3:7.
our vessel can't chop unless
1 Peter 3:7 says, "You husbands, in the same way, continue dealing with them according to knowledge. Assign them honor as to a weaker vessel, the feminine one, since they are also heirs with you of the undeserved favor of life, in order for
He
your
said,
prayers not to be hindered."
Treat them as. He never said they are a weaker vessel.
Assign them honor as to a weaker vessel. That's what it
And
says.
thank you.
assign them honor.
As.
That
You
means
hear the word
assign them
as
honor.
there, right? The word
Assign
as.
them honor.
The word as there is in there for a reason. As.
Exactly. You can't. You're not. First of all, this we can't be
Read it one more
disingenuous
time,
here.
please. Can you
Men
read
and
it?
women are fundamentally different. Men are typically
Yeah, we
more
did.
stronger. As far as
Can you read
physical
that?
strength goes, they're a
Can
little
you
bit
read that
stronger
statement
than
for me one
women.
more time and full, please?
A man acting all emotional is more. What happened to standards? You come on up, Alien Blood. You know you're always welcome, my brother. Like I said, all this is good, but reality is that women not doing that no more. You got some women that are going to do it, and that's where y'all need to go. But to make money off women, no. I'm just saying, being realistic. What do you know? Some places in India, they women are just now getting a driving license. Everywhere you go, women
Most women, most.
They,
I mean,
it ain't most women, because if it was most
you
women,
can also do the flip to that though. Most millionaires that are women are because they've divorced millionaires. Most women become millionaires through a process of divorce.
Okay,
So
but
all those are great examples. There are bad examples as well. For example, there are bad men out there who cheat, kill,
So
do all
what?
this kind
That's
of stuff
called
to
compensation. That don't have nothing to do with it.
No, it does. It does. It does. It fundamentally has everything to do with the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about it,
no, if you get a divorce and the judge divide and give her what is due, that's a whole different process. That has nothing to do with the inner core of the family and the relationship. That's a court process. We're not talking about that.
For every example that you can point to a woman being marginalized, you can also point to an example of a woman being praised and worshipped.
No. When?
Yeah.
When
my thing is,
think about it. If you're fine enough, if you're beautiful enough, you don't have to stand in line to get into one of the finest of clubs. If you're beautiful enough, you have men sending you money that don't even know you just to see you smile.
True. That is true. But what I'm saying to you is, in reality, what we see every day, that's why these videos are being made. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, for every bad example, you can get a good example. For every good man, you can get a bad man.
My thing is, why not just go with them and leave us alone? Because we are about, we want to live out. Some women want to live out their dreams. Some women want to do something.
Yeah, I think that's fair though. But if you're asking, if you are, whether it's Kevin Samuels or MTR or O'Shea Duke Jackson, whatever, I believe all of them are saying more or less that if you're a woman, you have to plan out what you want for your life. If you want to live, if you want to go and get the degree and go get a high paying job, be free to do that. That's
No,
fine.
that Bible verse that you said just said that you guys are
Is
supposed to
that
make
that
a
is talking about
plan.
from a husband to a wife? That's not talking about a woman. A
But you
woman
got
can make her own choice and her own decision.
Uh,
However, just know that for every door you open, another door closes. So if you're pursuing a career, then you might miss out on some good men along the
but
way
you
who want to
can't
be
oh,
your
so you
but
can't
husband.
be
you can't
successful
but you
and have a
can't but you
man.
exactly. You cannot either way you do it is damn if you do and damn
Yeah,
if
we can't win with y'all.
no we I mean because if a
No,
mother
it's not that you can't win. It's just that men have the right to want certain things from their women, from
so
their
and
And
so
wives,
what?
and
Okay,
just like wives have this,
okay. And if you don't get it, then what?
then they'll go to
to
the
the
next
next one,
person. That's
on
what
to
it.
the next one,
That's
on to
typically
the
how it
next one,
is.
on to the I knew he was gonna say that. On to the my thing is if men or these high value men, if whatever you want to call them, if that was so true, they got a good job, they high value men, and they got a good woman. What the hell are y'all on YouTube for? Ain't that taking up a lot of y'all time? Y'all not so high value as you thought
First
you
of
were.
all, I mean, relationships. The business of relationships is $100 million career. You got Steve Harvey, who was a comedian, who turned into that. So just because somebody gets on either YouTube, first of all, YouTube pays great money, but just because somebody gets onto
No,
YouTube,
if you
just
and
because
not
somebody
for
gets into
everybody.
the
Yeah,
relationship business, just because somebody get into coaching,
yeah
that
but
does
But
not
it's not
mean that
even a
yeah,
that that they.
but it's
relationship.
good for YouTube to get you paid. My thing is, if you're a high value man, you're supposed
YouTube
to
pay.
have been paid
YouTube is a
already.
business. You
Yeah,
realize
but
YouTube
no, you
is
said
owned by Google,
high.
being a
You said
multi-billion
high.
dollar
You said
billion dollar
Well,
high.
company.
hold on. Don't
There
talk.
are
Wait a minute, sir. Don't
millionaires
talk over us,
being
please.
created every
Wait a
single
minute. Let
day
her
by
speak.
YouTube.
Don't interrupt when she talks, sir.
I'm just
That's
saying
not
YouTube is
right.
very important.
I'm
Okay,
not
we
disagreeing
understand
with
that.
that. But what I'm saying, the way they talk, like they already had the money. That's all I'm trying to say to you. They're
Oh,
not
I,
talking
I
like
can't I can't tell you that. I don't know about whether what money. I don't. Pocket
well,
watching is not my
now
thing, but I
you would
will
hear some
say
men say, "Oh, I have a company, I have this, I have that, I make the money." A lot of these men, they was nothing, and then their channel grew, which is beautiful, and they got a following, which is
but
beautiful, and
but
then their
that
money went up.
but that's
Their
not
money
just
went up.
happenstance. I mean you
Not
can't denigrate the work.
everybody
uh,
don't make it on YouTube, sweetie,
I understand that, but I'm saying you can't denigrate the work that they put into
and
either.
you can't
They
Okay,
the
now
denigrate
work that they put
nobody's
that's as
work.
in.
far
You
as a
can't
YouTube
denigrate
career.
nobody's work. But
Like
what?
for example, O'Shea Duke Jackson.
We don't
He's an
want to care
African, but
about
he
no
works really
O'Shea Duke
hard.
Jackson, OJ Pooh Jackson. The thing of it is, women do not have to do all this dancing around to make a man notice it. And then
No,
and
you're
then you
right.
said,
You're right.
and then you also
They don't,
said
but you also
that
got to
in order
accept the
to have a
consequences that come along
career,
with that.
you said that in order to have a career, that we miss out on having a good man. So
You not
therefore,
that's not
we
that's not
have
what I
to.
said. That's not
Yes,
what I
it
said.
is what you said.
No, what I said was just realize if your pursuit, if you, in order for you to be great at anything,
Oh,
like
shut up,
especially like
everybody.
Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan's
Well,
one of my
why
favorite
do you keep talking
basketball
about all
players.
these people that have careers? That's a career person. We're talking
Could you
about in
just
life
just let
in
me
general.
just
Or
let me
say,
We're
finish
let
talking
my
him
about
finish.
families.
just let me
Yeah.
finish.
We're talking about families. We're not talking
I
about
understand, but
corporations.
just give me
You
a
keep
second,
talking about
please.
corporation. Michael Jordan's a corporation.
He is a corporation, but what I'm trying to say is that watching his career, especially in The Last Dance, he, in order for you to be great at something, in order for reach the pinnacle, the top, you have to be single minded. You have to be super focused, and it's hard for those kind of men to have dual lives of taking care of their families and also pursuing their dreams and their goals. For
Okay,
a
so you
woman,
guys
it's
are out
double as
pursuing your
hard
dreams and
because
your goals,
because
the
you guys
women are
having
supposed to stay
kids,
at
you
home and
guys
have
are
these
trying to
families,
maintain.
and we're supposed to be
Or
responsible for the failure of the family because you guys are out pursuing your careers and your goals. And so now the failure of the family is on the women because we're trying to get a career. Is that what you
No,
said?
that's not what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
it is.
What I'm trying to say is, no, could you? First of all, how are you gonna tell me what I'm saying?
Because I can read between the lines.
No, you can't, because you're not you're not me. You can't think.
Yeah,
You know what
I'm
I'm
saying
saying?
what you're saying, but you're
Instead of
not saying it.
women,
I went to school. I'm very educated.
women
But
do
the
this
thing of it
all the
is,
women. One thing that
I
I can
want you to
say, that's
know
women across
that
the board,
we're
not just
talking
black
about
people.
Hold it. Let her finish, and then you'll finish next. I cannot
Go
hear
ahead.
both of you guys
what
at the same
I
time.
want to. Thank you very much. What I want to say is we are at the point right now to where there's a lot of young women in their 25, say 18 to 30, 35, that are being
Come
just
back up,
discarded.
DOD. Come back up, DOD.
18 to 35, which are being just, I don't know, put on a shelf, and all these excuses are being made. They're ratchet, they're this, they're that, they're all kind of excuses to not protect or guide these women. That's what I'm talking about. Now, all this corporation and who's making money and all that, that's neither here nor there, because I'm pretty sure these young girls are going out making their money. I'm talking about as far as family, and community and being protected. Let's go back there. That's what I'm talking about, sir.
All right,
Okay, that's fine.
let's let DOD. Well, I'm gonna let you. I'm sorry, Trey. Let's let DOD. Welcome, DOD. Welcome, bro. DOD.
DOD.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Thank you for
Oh
having
no,
me.
he went off the
Where'd the
screen.
brother
Come
go?
back on the screen. Yeah, where he come?
He's here. Hi,
Trey.
DOD.
Yeah, because I wanted Trey to finish his thought. He got
He
interrupted,
did.
so I wanted to hear what he
He
had to
finished
say.
his thought, and I was rebuttaling him.
No, he didn't. I'm here on the panel. He was still talking when you interrupted him, boss lady.
Yeah,
And
because
so
he
I
keeps
was
going
hoping he
from
was
point to
still up
point.
when I got back.
The thing of it is, he was going from point to
Okay,
point,
there
and
we
I didn't
go.
want to get too
Trey,
far
go
away.
ahead. Go ahead and take my time slot, brother. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
And
I'll,
no
That's why I came up
interruption.
here. I came up here for some balance because I see the brother was getting jumped on,
No,
and you
he
guys are
handles
interrupting
himself.
him, but you
Trey
don't.
handle
But when
himself.
He's
go ahead,
doing
Trey. You
just
got it, Trey.
great.
Go ahead, bro.
He's
You got it.
doing real good. He
All
didn't
right, let's
need help.
give Trey the
All
floor
right, go
and
ahead,
no
Trey.
interruptions,
Good.
and then DOD right after Trey. No interruptions.
well, the point that I'm trying to make is that if you're strong and independent women don't get protected that way, because nobody protects strength. Shaq doesn't walk around with a whole bunch of bodyguards. Strength doesn't really get protected that way. If you want to be, what does get protected is something valuable, something soft, something delicate. That's what gets protected. So if you are, challenging a man, if you're yelling and screaming and rah rah roo roo, all this other stuff at 21, 22, 23, 24 years old, to then expect a man to step up and say, hey, I want to protect that, and I want to be, and I want to put my arms around that. It's like trying to hug a porcupine. It's off-putting. So I would just say that, if any woman wants to get married, you have to put yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and even physically in the correct position for a man to say that is a optimal decision for me to make, for me to put my last name to it. And if anything happens, I am going to protect, provide, prophesy, preach. This is the woman that I would die for. If in order for a man to say that about a woman, she has to be what he needs and what he wants. Not just wants, but also needs. And the reason why I say need is because, while a man go fight the world and man go work hard, he does want someone to just relax. Somebody he can lay his head in her lap. She stroke her face, make him feel good about himself, make him feel strong, replenish his strength so that he can go out and do it again. Now, does that mean that she doesn't work? That she doesn't have her own career? Hey, I mean, I'm not saying don't pursue that. Do your thing. However, just know that if whatever you're in pursuit of, you are sacrificing something else. Nobody can have no woman, nobody, no man, no person on this earth can have it all at the same time. There are sacrifices, and if you pursue a career, you might sacrifice a husband.
Okay, so can she get
It's
this?
COD
Can she
time,
get
boss
this?
lady. Hold it.
I just want to ask him one thing. Can she get that security from her father and that guidance from her father before she's, able to go out and get this husband? Is that possible?
That's first of all, that's hopeful. If your father should always be in your life. Your father, once you get of age, how it's supposed to be is that your father, that's why when a father walks his daughter up to the aisle and hands it over to the husband, that ceremony is kind of emblematic of, I am releasing her to you. You are her protector now. You are her provider. You are her covering. You make sure that she's okay from this point forward. Then he steps back and sits his behind down, and he makes the vow to God and in front of man that this woman is the woman that I will protect. I will risk my life for her. That's how it's supposed to be.
All righty. Go ahead, DOD.
I can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I totally agree with what the brother just said. Also, too, when a woman is pursuing a career, like the brother says, she will sacrifice a man if her pursuit is, if she is so dedicated to the career that she wants to be in, then she may sacrifice a man. If she wants a high value men usually don't want a woman with a career. He wants a woman, to come in and take care of the home and, to do the domestic type of work. If she's looking for a high value man, if she's looking for someone equally yoked, then she probably could have career and husband at the same time.
But
that's the way I see it.
To me, I see it as a yes and no, because nobody knows all of the high value men. So to say that this is what we can't say that. Now we could say for some high value men, baby, you do this, you do that. And some high value men is like, listen, we out there hustling together. We want bigger things. But we can't speak for all high value men.
We can't speak for the collective for the most part, true.
But generalizations are important.
Number one,
you have to be able to generalize, or else you can't talk about anything.
You really can't. You gotta say the word some. You can't really generalize.
No, you can't even say some.
You gotta say some. You cannot say all.
Generalizations,
generalizations
are important.
Not walking around.
No, it's not, because you're saying there are more. Like, is there more high value men than what it is non-high value men?
But the world depends on generalizations.
No, but no. I'm part of this world, and I do not depend on it. So I thought I was part of this world.
The reason why I say the world depends on generalizations is because, for example, people buy cars. Generally speaking, people want cars, so they produce cars. Like, no, that's what I'm saying is generalizations are exactly how society operates. Society operates off of generalization.
Hold on, time out.
Right.
Time out. Got nothing to do with my men on the panel. Zoki, go. You need to go to the Feminine Women's channel and listen to what they gotta say. And you're right, and never talk to us again. Okay? To care or to don't care. Just get a wife and a life, and don't talk to these women again. We didn't ask you to talk to us anyway.
Oh my goodness.
And nobody called you and tell you that we wanted to talk to you. You tired of holding on. That's because you knew you can. Let me stop. Lord, I know my mouth is terrible. Let me stop. Okay, that has nothing to do. At least I'm hearing these guys out. That's why I like talking to Trey. At least I'm hearing him out. He makes a lot of violence.
He's saying we can understand what he's saying. It's not all that mad.
And I'm the type of person, You seem more real to me when we agree to disagree because we all are human. So I like his perspective. I like DOD perspective. 12% on me. But my thing is, for any one of these high value men to be speaking, they should really be high value men. We don't know if half of these people that's popping up on here or in the street are high value men. And a lot of high value men, their time is taken doing things to stay a high value man. Their time is not telling us this, asking us the same freaking question. Well, how tall are you? Well, how much do you weigh? And what's your dress size? Well, out of 8 to 20, out of 1 to 10, why don't you just say 1 to 6? Why would you go from 1 to 10? And you can't say 7 because everybody say 7. I mean, we got that down packed already. I'm like,
so why are these black women looking for something that they can't find then?
We're not looking for nothing. It's you guys.
Other black women.
Every woman that calls Kevin Samuel's show is looking for a high value man.
I personally have heard women say stuff like, I need a man who's 6 feet tall. I need a man who's this, that, and the third. Women have 9 times out of 10, women have all their numbers down of what their men need to make. So So in reverse, if a man just says, "Hey, look, beautiful, you can't," or not, granted, he's not saying it that way, but he says, "Look, you can't weigh twice as much as a man and expect for you to be chased. Like being fit is important."
Oh no, you didn't.
Being fit is important.
No, you didn't. There you go. See, now you throwing the ball and hiding your hands, but that's okay. We don't need you. We don't need you. Go find the skinny girl.
Listen,
you see, brother, they totally cannot see where you're coming from.
No, don't say they. I see where he's coming from because I've heard it already. Please don't say
I'm 5. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm 5'7" with shoes on. 5'8". Okay, and it's funny, I've had women, I've talked to beautiful women, and I've, try to, get to know them better, whatever. And, months go by, you're so amazing if you were just a little bit taller, all this other stuff, right? And, at first, I'm not going to lie, it used to hurt my feelings. But then I realized that.
Oh, so then you got some money and your money made you feel better about your size.
No, that's not what happened. What happened was that I looked in the mirror and I said, I want to be the best version of me. Now I can't change my height, but women can change their weight if they chose to.
Right, correct.
And the beauty about it is what I think that what is the biggest, like the biggest slight against that is that you choose to not be the best version of yourself. If there was something I could do, if there was something that I can do to make myself taller, I would be doing it.
Yeah, me too, Trey. If you can choose, I'll take it.
If you can choose to slim down a little bit and be more appealing to better caliber of men, then why not?
But
why
anybody that wants
but does that mean that's on that page? So that means we gotta take a. Does that mean we gotta take a fat? Y'all don't want to take a fat woman, but we gotta take a fat man.
No. Men should be in shape as well. But I'll tell you this.
So it should be a thing that us women, as a community, should be in shape.
Of course. Okay. I'll just say this, I'll say this: most women don't care how fat a man is as long as he got that money.
That's a lie.
Most women don't care.
That's a lie.
Well, Biggie, ask B.I.G.
They waiting for them.
B.I.G. That man used to get so much tail, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but they still. And
he was fat and ugly.
But they cheating with she still was cheating with the skinny man.
I'm sure she was, but that doesn't mean he didn't get no tail. And most men don't care about. I mean, most men, you know, especially at that age, 22, 23, he wasn't, you know, granted he married her, but he, you know, if he didn't get married, he was, I'm sure he was be okay having sex. So the
Mm-hmm.
point was, women
Mm-hmm.
were giving him sex, whereas the women who are obese or are not healthy are not getting the result that they want, which is
Yeah,
saying
but
that they want to be
well,
married.
that's not. But that's not
Better.
high value. That's a man with millions. That's something totally different. But
That
my
is high value. That man,
that's not high
not only
value.
did he have
That's money.
connections,
That's
not only
money.
no, he had connections. He had connections.
Biggie had
He was
money.
recognized as from his peers. He was a person that can get things done, whether that was on the streets or in the business world. He could get things done by his words. That is the definition of what a high value man is in today's society. Anybody who can speak and have reverberations of what I want done can get it done. If I need to call somebody to get this case dropped, I can call somebody to get this case dropped. You know how many things happen around, especially in the story of Biggie Smalls. So much stuff happened around him, and he was a shot caller. Him and only one who really was right above him was P Diddy, Puff Daddy.
Well, just want to let you know, Biggie was my friend in real life, so I know Biggie.
So
He was
and
my
so that's
friend
what I'm
in real
saying.
life. So, and he always got the girls without the money. Biggie just had a personality. He just has a personality to him, and he just gotta make you smile. You know, we was only a couple of blocks from each other, but don't forget to click back in when you can. I'm just saying, realistically, I know what we talk about. I know what we want, but realistically, you're not going to get it. It's not going to happen on both ends. So if it's it's plenty of feminine women out there, go be with them. Whatever y'all looking for is out there. Y'all
Right.
taking
It's
time.
the same with women, though, right?
Right, y'all taking the time, even for the women, you know, the women, the extreme women, y'all taking too much time preaching not to the choir. Y'all preaching not to the choir.
Yeah,
And go ahead.
what I'm trying to understand is why can women have standards and what they want from a man, but when a man wants certain standards, it's a problem. Women get all upset. I don't understand that.
You know why? I can answer that more than likely. In our community, we have a matriarchal community, and you know our moms, our grandmas were, you know, weren't always in the best of shape. So, you know, a lot of times our women for the last 3 generations or 2 generations at least owned us. You know, when we jump when they say go, you never talk back to mama. You never say anything. You know, if mama says this, that mama, even if there was a daddy in the household, a lot of times when mama says something, she overruled daddy. So because that has been so prevalent, then it's been expected that we receive what we were supposed to receive. However, those who are, you know, I know last night we were talking about the divestment community. Most of those divestors, they're in shape. They got their white man. They look good. Everything is on point. Everything that a white man would want, they giving it to them. But because black men are perceived to be at the bottom of the totem pole, hey, give them scraps on the barrel. That's how I see it. At least.
But even a fat woman, you gotta remember, like you said, we could lose weight. My thing is, if a woman is beautiful and you worried about her health or whatever, the same way you may have a man that's, you know, he's not high value yet. I don't see nothing wrong with supporting each other. Come on, baby, like I told you yesterday, let's get to the gym. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know, if you're going to automatically pick somebody off the boat because they look good, whatever look good ain't always good.
That's true. But I'll say this: some men are average, and that's okay. There has to be a median. There has to be a middle ground. Not
Yeah.
everybody's going to be high value. If
Right.
I personally, I make $83,000 a year. I'm not high value. I'm in the top 25% of black men, but I'm
Hey,
not.
where you
I
at?
don't.
Where you at? I can help you spend your money.
That's funny. I mean,
You know, I'm gonna put a joke in there, right? You know, I'm gonna put a joke, and you know me
Sugar,
by
how
now.
tall are you, Sugar? How tall are you, sister?
I just told you I'm a shrink. That's it.
Oh, the reason why I asked because the brother said he's 5'7". If a woman is 5'2",
He taller than me.
he still would be
Yeah.
taller, right?
He-
So
he's
why
taller.
would she need somebody to be 6 foot? That's what I'm
I
trying to.
never
That's
said
what I'm
that. I
you know.
just keep getting.
No, I'm
6
not
foot.
saying you. I'm
But
just saying a woman.
you
If a
trying
woman
to
is
mess up my
5'2",
money, DOD. Hold up now.
no,
Where
no,
you
no,
at,
no,
Trey?
no. I'm not cock blocking. I'm cock blocking. In fact, I'm
Hold
trying to
on,
help you.
Trey,
That's why I asked you how tall you were. Because if you're shorter than him, then you know.
I would make you look tall. Trey. I'm not like I'm still in my 5 piece, but I would make you look tall and let where you at? So I can help you spend your money.
that's.
I think you having problems. You need some help.
Listen, I'm in Colorado and I'm out here working.
I'm on the way. I'm on my own.
But
Hey, do we got a house out in Colorado? You know what I'm saying? We now. Do we got a house out there in Colorado?
something like that. But I mean, I would say that, you know, I think that appreciating the differences of what each other likes and dislikes, and then doing something about it. You know, granted, I'm not saying that every man will be high value, but that doesn't mean that you can feel complacent at $15 an hour either. Sometimes you may need to try to gain more skills. Sometimes you may need to learn a couple more things. Even if you bump it up, you know, to $50K a year, $60K a year, then, you know, maybe us not a lot of ambition, but just a little push can help you. You know, for men on men's side, on women's side, you know, when you look in the mirror, knowing your man is out there working hard, if he's taking a big burden off your shoulders, or if you don't have to work as hard, maybe still work hard, but you don't have to work as hard as if you were single. Use that extra little energy instead of getting on Instagram. Use that little extra energy to go in the gym so you can keep it tight and right for your man. Or maybe
That's a solution.
maybe instead of
But he would have to pick us first because he's fat. So he would have to pick us first. But don't worry, I'm gonna be in the gym for you, Trey. I'm gonna be right in the gym. You're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay for it. I want the good sneakers and stuff.
That's hilarious.
What gym you want me in now? What gym you want me in?
You know what? LA Fitness is my favorite.
It's our favorite now.
Okay.
Well, that was my Britney Spears move. Oops, I did it again. No, I hit the wrong button. But it's been nice meeting you, Eric, and I enjoyed conversating with you. Appreciate it.
Where do you see Eric at, boss lady?
Oh, wait a minute. I can't see. Wait, who was that talking?
Trey J.
Oh, Trey J. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Trey. It was Trey.
Yesterday, just didn't hear him. But
Yeah.
That's it. I'm talking to Trey though. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice meeting you too. Are you signing off?
No, I'm just talking.
Okay, I was about to say I hope not, because I was enjoying the back and forth.
Yeah, but we
No,
want to let
I'm
people know
listening.
that we go back and forth, but we still, have respect for one.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
Okay.
I respect your opinion. Of course, I would never not listen to the person. We be trying to get this together, so I would love to hear.
Oh, we got it together because he cooked, girlfriend. He cooked and he sent me to the gym.
And he owns.
He cooked and he's sending me to the gym. Can't nobody get my Trey J now,
That's
baby.
hilarious.
Ain't nobody messing with it. So
That's hilarious.
Don't forget on my cheek.
So he can cook for you. Then you can go work it off.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, well, me and Trey, we will have. Oh, it's a better way to sweat, It's a fun way to sweat.
I heard that.
You know
I
what I'm
heard that.
saying?
That's funny.
I know.
That's funny. I enjoy working up a good sweat though.
Woo! But you gonna be tapping out. Just letting you know.
I didn't realize.
So I'm gonna get
You
extra
know
money
what?
now. I'm getting extra money. I'm getting my feet done too, not just the nails.
I just realized how slow I am because it didn't piece together what you actually meant.
Yeah.
I'm so slow. I am so slow.
Took
I'm
a toll.
so slow.
You'll catch up. See, we like to have we like to have topics and we have fun on here. So, you know, when people come in, they watch the replay. You know, listen. See how men and women can have a good conversation. We can have good. That's for the people who's going to watch the replay. And what do you mean play the video, Ellen? Ellen, bless my little nephew. He's scared to come up now. He's scared, but
He said he always does that. He
and
wants
then
to talk in the chat.
you got two men up here, Alien Blood, and you don't wanna come into the boxing match. Now
Put your gloves on. Put your gloves on, Alien. Come on up here. Start swinging. Let's see what you got.
And I'm glad that we have Trey J at his age, and we got DOD.
Right.
So, because it's going to be two, even though they may agree what a lot has to say, they still from different generations. And one had to read about the generation, and the other one lived through the generations.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's good. We got the younger and the older.
You know, it's funny every time I see an elder or my elder or whatever the case is, I always like to ask certain questions to kind of pick their brain of how they maneuvered, how they were able to live 40, 50, 60 years of life, especially from a black man's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's forgotten more than I've seen. You know what I mean? And you know, it's definitely appreciated, you know, his presence.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, brother. I know for me, I think my longevity comes from not running the streets and not messing with married women.
Amen. They say that part.
And besides that, you know, I'm not putting your business out there, but you had to raise. He's a single dad. So that makes him more in tune with
that makes him a high value man.
Oh yeah, that makes him a high value man. I agree with that one. So a lot of things that people was able to do, he couldn't. He had to take care of his kids. Now he could finish telling you the story if he wants to. And I'm sorry if I overstepped my boundaries, DOD, but I would just give
No,
you.
no, that's fine.
All right,
that's fine.
I would say though, I don't know, maybe. I don't know if this is an appropriate pushback or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think that what needs to be put on high, I think what needs to be praised is not no one, whether it's man or woman, doing anything as a single mother or a single father. I think what should be promoted in our community is marriage that lasts 20, 25, 35, 45, 55 years. And I think that what's becoming more prevalent is being single and being single parent. You know, I think that what is the special key is to say that, hey, two people through hell or high water struggle and fall to stay together.
Some people is not because the people broke up. Sometimes things happen.
No. I definitely.
He became a single dad not by choice.
I mean zero. You know, disrespect. I don't know the specific circumstances.
I just became a single parent not by choice, and that was not something.
No, I mean
it is what it is.
I mean no disrespect and you know what his specific circumstance is. All I'm saying is that you know, there's too many. I think there's too much, and just in the black community in general, promoting of single parenthood, and I don't think that that's healthy for a community. I think what should be promoted is families and relationships.
Yeah, that we do need to see a heck of a lot more of.
So it's not, Mr. DOD. I don't know your situation, so I'm not throwing a shot at you or anything. I'm just speaking in general.
No, brother, I didn't take it as a disrespect at all. In fact, disrespect didn't even come to mind. When
Okay, great.
when you were talking. Yeah, so we good, bro.
Okay, cool.
So are we going to continue the show or the Kevin Samuels, or what we're doing?
Oh, we were just watching Kevin Samuels, but we still have to do commentary on it, so they don't swear for God we stole their material and just didn't do commentary on it.
Right.
Yeah, we've talked about everything but world studies, and in this one conversation, I've been around the world, and yeah.
That's actually my song, so stop playing with me.
And you still ain't find your baby. You found her. You found them right over here. And right over here. He cooks.
Sugar got to get flued out.
But I have to clean up Trey because I'm very anal and stuff. But don't worry about that. I got you. I wash your clothes and everything.
That's exactly what I need.
You just cook and you bring home the money, okay?
You know, it's amazing. I actually was talking to someone. I said, run me a hot bubble bath, and I'll be a happy man. Boy,
I can do bubble bath. Don't worry about it. You get bubble baths. You get bubble baths every night. Might get a golden shower. I'm joking.
Don't get her started
Uh-oh.
right now. Don't get her started. Please don't, you guys. You guys don't know what kind of can of worms y'all opening. Put it back.
I told you once they come to Lions, they never go back out. I got to go.
Y'all give it. She's
Sister
getting a
Sherry
sniff
gonna-
of blood.
Sister
She's
Sherry's
smelling
gonna
that.
tap out.
Line smelling that blood. Don't do it.
yo, I just saw Alien Blood's message. I appreciate it, brother, for real. It's
Yeah,
taking
that's
a
my
long time.
That's
For
not my
me
birth
to become
nephew.
mature.
That's not my birth nephew, but that's my nephew. He ain't never got my side. And I'm going to beat him one day. I'm going to tear him up.
He said, "Go ahead." He said, "Go ahead and get back to that Kevin though."
Well, he could just came up on the piano, and then it wouldn't seem like he was a scaredy cat trying to run the show from in the chat. Come on up here, put your gloves on. We listen to everybody else, so listen to you too.
You want us to rush? You want us to? I prefer. Hold on, Alien Blood. I prefer two real people speaking real things because I don't know. I was gonna call him Tevin Campbell. Ain't that some shit? I'm ready to love you forever. No, I'm talking about Kevin Samuels. To me, what they are saying, they both saying different things. I am going to get back to Kevin Samuels, but what I'm saying, we got two real people here that I don't know what they're going to say. But I do know what Kevin Samuels is going to say. We do know. So, I respect them more than him. But I will get back to Kitten Hills.
That's so disrespectful. Kitten Hills. That's so disrespectful.
You won't get none of my disrespect, Trey J. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be like, get him. Get outside. You're gonna be like, get him. And then we're gonna be in the house. I'm gonna be like, sure. I'm making a little kitty.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Like a little cat. Tell him, Miss Leo, we know when to turn into the nice little cats and stuff like yes, Daddy.
Don't make me sing that. Don't make me sing Trina B song.
No, don't sing it. Don't sing it.
Okay, you better stop.
We'll play that another time. But I'm just saying though, to the rest of the world, it don't matter. I mean, but for you, Trey, you do what you got to
You
do.
better be good, Tony.
I will,
I'm telling
I'll place you in. I will place you with the clouds, baby.
you. Yeah.
I have you so up in the air. Now, when I'm outside though, don't hold me to that. Anybody could get it. Anybody could get it.
Make babies. Until then, well, I'll just talk about the men I chose to make a baby with, and then tell you why relationships are bad. They stop being mothers. Are they done? Are they done? And if you can't even have a conversation, what is it bold like? What? Think about the energy in that house. Think about the energy in that house. Think about the energy in that house. A
What about
mother
the
that
energy
thinks
in
like
your
that,
house?
do you think she's going to raise a daughter to be feminine, beautiful, inspirational, cooperative, and submissive? That little cackling hyena beside her. Do you think a woman raised in that environment has a real chance at having a healthy worldview regarding black men?
Don't make me show you who the
Do you
hyena
think
is,
her
damn it.
daughter is going to have an opportunity to have a healthy worldview, good faith positioning regarding black men? Or is it more likely that she is going to grow up with a toxic, poison, warped view on men? For that mother, her friend. Then the boy seeing how she interacts with her friend, seeing what she tells her daughter, seeing how the mother interacts with the son, what do you think he's going to grow up doing? You think he's going to grow up to be a confident, intelligent, and assertive man? Or is he going to grow up to be a man who questions his masculinity, questions his manhood, questions his position in the world, question what men should even be able to do, because all he's ever seen is women dominate?
That's deep.
See, at least
That's
other
nothing
races
new.
of women
It's the first time hearing that.
understand
Come
that
on
whether
up,
you
alien.
like
I put the
men or
link in.
Don't like men or whatever. Women
traitor.
need to grow their men up to take their rightful place to lead, to build. And like it's been said before, there's so many women today, you raise the very men that you despise. So we can't even have a conversation about it. Because when we have a conversation about it, it may end up making you look bad.
No, we're not.
Because let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
It's all theoretical.
Mm-hmm.
You can have sex whenever you want to, but why make the baby? Why do you have to have a kid with a dude that you ain't gonna marry? Marry before you carry. This is why so many men find single mothers problematic. Because if you could not commit to the man you gave the highest honor in the world to, then what chance do the rest of them have?
Tell me about your 2 wives. What happened?
The same thing. It's always the same thing. Cap, loud. Nope. So that just shows that the panel idea likely won't work, because all it takes is one person to get in their feelings and start over talking. And that's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
gonna
alien.
change, ladies, because I don't know what you think. What other group of men do you think are coming to run to you? So now it's to the point that now you.
Oh, I remember
you
her.
back over here after dinner.
So she apologized and she's gonna be quiet. Wow.
But the thing is, man, I'm coming back in about an hour. I won't have the conversation. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is why. Okay, let me ask you this question. Aside from you, is marriage a good idea for the raising of children or not?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. I believe that. Yes.
But 80% of our children in our community are born outside of marriage.
Correct.
And when we do have marriages, our women are leaving 80% of the time.
Right.
And I think
See, but you made 2 women single mamas too, Kevin. Come on. That's why I said
It was one.
people like to hear what they want to hear, but they don't want to speak upon straight up reality.
He only has 1 kid. He
the one say he had 2, so he done lied. If he got 1, but he still made that. Even if it is 1, he just made her a single mother too.
Well, can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. From what I know, I could be wrong, but from what I know, his marriages were in his 20s, his early 20s, and he blames himself for he hasn't really attributed anything negative to the women. Took all the blame on himself. But I will say this, um, you know, uh, it takes a process for a man to become the man that he wants to be. And same thing for a woman. It's just that women have a little bit different time frame because of geriatric pregnancy. But I would say, you know, if he is grown into this kind of man, from all accounts, he's not out here doing any harm to anyone. He's pretty well balanced. He sounds like he's very intelligent. I think that in a lot of ways, giving someone like himself, um, someone like himself, just giving him, I won't say his flowers. That's probably the wrong word, but he deserves a recognition. He deserves recognition.
No, we don't. My thing is
for growth and for who he's become.
That I totally agree with. But doesn't that say the same for the women who were young at that age? Shouldn't they get their recognition for growth too? Why just him?
Of course, women.
But he talked like he didn't make a woman a single mother. He talked like he get visitation rights also.
They might have divorced him. I mean,
either way, you said I'm at 10 o'clock. I can't be there. I only could be there if you're gonna do it before 10, like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I'll be out because this is my busy time of the year. But my thing is, there's nothing wrong with that. But why make it something wrong when a woman say I'm 21, 22, who haven't grown yet? The same way you was young and dumb and full of cum. Hey, they young and dumb too, and they want it. So,
but the pressure, the onus is different for men and women. Women, like I said,
women have to own up to
by 35. By 35, women are going through what is called geriatric pregnancy. They go through high-risk pregnancy. Most marriages and most families are built for women's youth, which is their procreative best, where they're able to procreate, have kids, and things of that nature. Older women typically, now granted there are exceptions to the rules, but typically they're not able to have those kids. And also, a lot of times when a woman gets older in age, she's kind of set in her ways and what she wants and what she believes in. So although I understand that people go through phases in life, the way that women's greatest bargaining chip, so to speak, is usually when they're younger, when they're the most pretty, and they can pretty much have control. They have the whole world.
Where is your grandmother?
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is the meaning of a woman getting her menstrual?
That means she can get pregnant.
Right. So, and then what is the meaning of menopause?
That's the end of her being able to get pregnant, if I'm not mistaken.
You're 100% correct.
Okay.
Now, so if God said it to where as I'm gonna let you fertile eggs up until this amount of years, who was a man to say that she got to be young when God said, I
do understand.
Right. So
it's just high risk pregnancy. Therefore, it's a risk to your health.
I have my son in my 30s. It's not now the end of your 40s and 50s, but if you ask me, any pregnancy can be high risk. You have a lot of young women who have had miscarriages and over and over and over again. But what I'm saying is, like I said, this is how we would like things to happen. But in reality, older women are having babies. Now, we would like for just a young one to have baby. All this, like I say, we would like for all of this. But in reality, we see older women popping up with babies, and
Oh,
then a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
these older
My
men.
auntie.
A lot of these older men that's popping up with these babies from these young girls. Me and you the same age. We getting ready to die back to back. You ain't gonna be no real father to that kid, and you ain't gonna be around long enough to be a father to that kid. Because
My
even though
auntie.
we can
Yeah.
still make kids, you're still just as old as me. How much your time is ticking too?
Right. Well, men typically can procreate longer than a woman can.
Yeah,
As
but
long
I'm talking
as
about
long as they
at
pee get hard, they
right. That's why I said they are still able to make babies. But at the
right.
end of the day, they're still in the same age bracket as me. Your time is ticking too.
You're
You're
right,
gonna
but
you're gonna kick the bucket either before me or after me. And the child again, you're still making another woman a single mother.
I understand. But the point that I'm making is that men's men's peak, men's strength usually comes at the back nine or the middle age. 40s and up is when a man really gets into his financial, mental, physical strides. That's just the way it
And
is.
that's when his kids look like his grandkids. At the end of the day,
But now women on the opposite end. Women's peak is usually in her 20s and
her
30s.
her peak goes according to her menstrual cycle, not according to what men say. It goes according to her menstrual cycle. And the woman is born with a certain amount of eggs, right?
Mhm.
That she's gonna have forever. So however many eggs she has, that's how many kids she can have, correct?
Mhm.
So it doesn't, I know, like I said, it's better to have them young and instead of having it when it's much, but it's to say that women are through. No, did she still get her menstrual? She can still have a baby. But my thing is, the men get in a stride when they much older. It doesn't take away the fact from their age. We're still in the same age. You may be in your peak, but you're not that much in your peak. Be the same damn age. You gonna be kicking a bucket, right? So how much quality time are you really going to have with your kids?
I will say I honestly believe that a 40-year-old man is different than a 40-year-old woman.
No, the question is, if you're older and you in your 40s, by the time you get time that you will be 60 when that child gets 20. The same way, but my thing is, some men have kids even later. They in their 50s and their 60s. But how long? What type of quality? How much quality time do you have to give your kids when you're just as old as me?
I mean, typically what men's role was is, black men are kind of grown to teaching and spending a lot more time with their children. But for most other races of men, their time was usually spent in the office or making the money. Therefore, if they died, which men typically die sooner than women do, they left some money or left something
But that wasn't.
behind.
I get that, but that wasn't the question.
No, that's the point that I'm making. So when you're saying that you're leaving, making a single mother, 9 times out of 10, women were made widows after, especially hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. It's only until now where
For the child,
wars have not been prevalent as much as they used
right,
to be.
right.
Men's life expectancy was what, 35, 40 years old,
But
45 years
even
old
if you're
at best.
talking about now, unless you take care of yourself, older men, your time is still ticking just like ours. It's like, well, let me talk about them. Like, bitch, my friend, like, chick, you do know we the same age, right? I know you must like them young, but you got
I
either a couple of years before me or a couple of years after me. You going right behind me or right before me. How much quality time do you have to give a kid? And even with the older women, the same rule applies to them too.
well,
The same rule apply when you have if a female has a kid so late in her life, like a lot of these actresses and entertainers, they start having their kids 42 and 43. Like I'm like, how much quality time do you think you really? No, there is no best female 18 to 25. 18 to 25. No, a lot of these kids, they still, first of all, when you 18, I hate to tell you guys that I know y'all grown, but I call y'all baby grown because y'all still got a lot to learn. Yeah, because you 18 and you grown, I call you baby grown. You're still a baby, but you're baby grown. It's still a lot out there. You need, even by 25. Then you got the adolescents grown, then you got the grown, and then you start going back downhill. So then you need your Pampers changed again and stuff like that. You know, but I like I say, I'm a realist. Sexual market price value. Hey DMC, I just go by what I see every day. I don't go by statistics and how I feel about something. I go by what I see,
And
not how I want things to be.
I definitely see your viewpoint, but I think what the argument is for the other side is, although your thought process is a point of interest, there's also has to be a balance. There has to be the other side of the equation to equal out the scales. So in order for, preferably if you were to have, you're to get married or have a man or a husband, whatever the case is, he would have to think very logically. He would have to look at those statistics. He would have to see all those points, because then he could say, well, listen, babe, these are the decisions that we need to make, because this will give us the most probable outcome, the most optimal outcome that we are looking for. We can't just go based off of those feelings. Now, he would hear you out,
And
listen to your
he can't
concerns.
go when it comes down to a woman having a baby. No statistic can help it. Why? Because you don't know what's going to happen with your baby. The statistics was other people kids and other people having babies. You don't know.
What he can say is that at the age of 44, 45, listen, baby, we're kind of getting up in age. I don't know if it's smart for us to. I don't want to put your health at risk for you to get pregnant.
I think
Because we're living in because you have geriatric pregnancy. So, sweetheart, maybe we need to do something else, and maybe we need to look for another option.
First of all, geriatric
Most
is your
44,
in 40s. Is your in 40s, and
most 44 and 45-year-olds are having babies with 25-year-olds.
Right. That's the end of your 40s, and your 50s is considered geriatric pregnancies, not your early 40s.
Most of those women who are 44, 45, 9 times out of 10, they are women who have a hell of means, whether it's a lot of money or they're probably rich. And what's going on is that they can have the best doctors to tend to their care, and still, even it's a risk. Now we're talking about for the average, the majority of us, it is not healthy, nor is it smart, nor is it optimal to have a baby, to start having kids at the age of 44, 45. It's just not.
I never said it was good. I don't want to say mine's is grown. I do me. I'm coming down to Colorado. I told you that. My kids are so, you ain't gotta worry about that.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
you ain't gotta worry about the children. I'm coming dolo. They grown. Don't worry about it.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if a man is to want a family with a woman, it is best he gets her younger, because not only you can have multiple children, but as well that providing provision. So women usually get it best when they're younger. Men get it right when they're older. Men go through 3 or 4 different lifetimes by the from 18 to 45, 50.
But so do women. I'm a
women
woman.
Typically go through one.
Men got this. Men have to stop telling women. Just like when you speak, I can't tell you yes or no when it comes down to a man. Y'all got a bad habit of telling us things that you're not us. You're not in a woman body.
You
You
know,
don't think like us. You don't feel like us, just like we don't for you guys.
but
We go through a lot of changes too.
of
And
course.
all young people have to mature.
But I think the reason why a lot of times that men say things as far as going towards women is because this world that we live in has been crafted for women, especially Western society.
Really?
Yes, give an example.
Please.
Most men, most of these luxuries are are built and created for women.
Like what?
Even medical science back in the day with um there was such a high risk for a woman to get pregnant. That was the most sacred, sensitive, and dangerous of moments, because a pregnant woman, there was nothing more dangerous than a pregnant woman as far as to her health.
No. You said that this place was created
but
for
I'm
women and
about to,
not men.
I'm about to finish.
Mm-hmm.
The advances in medical and the advances in medical science, where a woman can get pregnant and expect to have the baby 9 months later, is a medical miracle, and that's the reason why those advances have been made for women.
Okay,
Most
that's having
where
babies. Give me another. Give
where
me
you can
another
expect to have a
fitness.
baby and not necessarily die is for women, or even more so, I would say.
You got to come up with something better than that.
I would say even the homes that we live in, the luxuries that we have, a lot of it was built so that we can be comfortable enough so you guys would be comfortable enough to have sex with us. Men are used to sleeping in caves and things of that nature, out in the woods and out in the wilderness.
Which I don't know no
The
men like that, but I know what you said.
the society that we live in, the luxuries, the amenities that exist are mostly built for the comfortability of women. Even the
Oh
wars,
gosh,
men
here
used to
we
go
go.
fight wars for the comfortability of their women. There were,
Yeah.
everything has been created off the feet of our women. We used to worship y'all so much, it would be crazy. You would have a king who is the powerful person in the land, and he would do the most heinous of crimes, heinous of things, because a woman wanted it done, and she would whisper it in his ear while she's riding him. So
You
the things was, you know, women for generations have gotten what they always wanted.
we
However,
ain't
they
get
just got it
nothing.
in a
They
different
didn't
way.
even have a voice ever. Now let me get to alien blood. Boy, I'm gonna beat you. What do you mean?
Women didn't.
Let me just explain something to y'all. Let me explain something to y'all. Exception of DOD. Women life stop at 30. No, your life stop when you dead. Your life stops when you dead. Because that's just like you being in your 30s and you got a 15-year-old saying, hey, you old, your life stopped. You may walk up, I'm 30 years old, I can still do the same thing. That nobody has the right to tell nobody your life. Though life still go on until you drop dead. Nobody has the right to say your life stopped. Who gives who the right when you still living? You still breathe. I'm not dead. We get older, point blank.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you get older, you will see things different. If whatever you did before you was 30, when you turn 30 years old, you're in another cycle of your life. When you turn 40, you're in another cycle at your life. When you turn 50, you're another cycle at your life. And then you got the men, it's not over because we're not looking. You got a lot of single men at that age. We doing our thing and y'all doing y'all thing. So how our life over? We don't want to mingle with y'all. We want to mingle with our own age bracket. So how is life over for us? That's just like me saying to Trey, you 30 years old now. You know life is over for you, right? And he may go, well, no, it's not. But according to a 12-year-old saying to a 30-year-old, your life is over. What you gonna tell that 12-year-old? Trey, you in your 30s, right?
I am.
Now remember, I'm quite sure you don't play on the monkey bars no more, right?
Oh, no, I don't.
I'm quite sure you won't be on the swing no more, right?
No, I don't. I mean, no,
I'm quite sure you're not in the playground no more, right?
no.
So now you got kids that's now on that playground and stuff, and they telling you, "Oh, you old." What you gonna tell them?
I am.
What are you going to tell them?
I would say I am, but I still have a lot more life to live.
Okay, so tell Alien Blood that, please. Because every way you put it, it's always somebody younger than you, somebody older than you. It's always somebody younger than you who could throw the same thing in your face. I work with kids. I work with them. I know these things.
I think just speaking on in regards to relationship, most older men are looking for women in a certain age bracket.
Yeah, but the JJ,
and then as a woman gets
VJJ,
older,
yeah, but the VJJ the VJJ turn into a whole different VJJ after 40. You know that, right?
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. If as a woman gets older, she typically sometimes goes for younger guys. Still, you know,
because that VJJ get younger. What man? The minute I turned 40, I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "You's a whole new VJJ."
Okay. All right.
I'm like, what?
Whoa!
Whoa! I'm so glad to be 40. I'm like, yes. Whoa!
Listen, I'm a 30-year-old man. I don't know anything about that.
Exactly. You don't know. So for somebody to tell you about leftovers or your life is over, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I will say this.
That's if we're trying to be in your age bracket, but we're now the ones that do try to be in your age bracket. Yeah, of course they could say that.
I would say this. Marriage, it used to be that we used to get married, and still in other communities they get married around 23, 22, 23, 24, 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Black community, we're the only ones who prolong marriage as if we can get married at any point in time in our lives that we want to, and it just doesn't seem right. You know, you getting married younger and earlier allows for so many more opportunities, such a stronger family, stronger community, growth, building with each other. You know, getting married at 35, 40 years old and saying let's have some kids, it just does not, like, it only makes sense to us. It only makes sense to Black people.
Whatever
that only makes whatever this whole hey, don't worry about no man, focus on you, girl. You get the man later on in life makes zero sense because
it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Not to me. Makes zero sense to me.
It makes a lot of sense to me because you have a lot of husbands that die, people that leave. What is that woman supposed to do now?
I mean, man, we're going towards I mean, such a pessimist. That's not how we're supposed to look at marriage.
I speak realist, and people pass young. Believe me, I done had a lot of friends who was young, heart attack, asthma attack, cancer.
Out of 10 marriages,
embolies. No, but I'm saying for me, I done lost about 10 friends. So can you imagine other people could say the same thing?
Okay, out of 10 marriages, are you saying that 9 or 8 or 7 will die?
I cannot say that because I don't know nobody's number when they're checking out.
But see, that's the point.
Nobody knows nobody's number when they're checking out.
That's the point that I'm making.
But I'm
even in relationship.
But my thing is, I have to be prepared in case mine is in that number and going to check out.
But that's the point that I'm making. Even regardless of relationships are not. You're not supposed to go in with fear and scarcity. You're not supposed to go into a relationship thinking, "Oh, about the worst thing that can happen." You go into the relationship with best intentions and work ethic, and then with that,
I thought they said men do planning
brick by brick.
No planning. Well, you know, I'm the type of woman I think of everything, so I'm not speaking
I
for
mean, yeah,
I
granted,
think
like
for myself.
you
I
you
think
do
for
you do
myself
have to
because
see things.
why? Because I seen it happen too many times.
I understand, but
Now,
you just
have you
because
have that's what makes it. Have you seen it plenty of times?
I've
For you to
seen
talk on it, I'm talking about people being young in their relationships, and for whatever reason, their partner passed away. Have
I've
you been
seen
through it?
I've
Have you
seen
been through it?
I have not been through it. I've
All right. So
seen.
how can you talk about? This is where a lot of these channels
You gotta
mess
let me,
on.
but you gotta let me answer your question.
All right, go ahead.
You're I've seen it. I've seen it happen, but the point was, or the issue was, even though I've seen it, that doesn't stop you from trying. Give me an example.
I never
A,
not said that.
a officer, a police officer, has seen many of crashes and many of deaths. Does that stop him from driving? No. That
But he'll drive
it
more
just it just
careful. I
it
guarantee
just
you,
means that
he'll
you
drive more careful.
it
I
just means that you
guarantee you, when
it
they used to get shot, I guarantee you, they
it
got
just mean
bulletproof vests now, right?
it just means that you not only pay attention more, but it also means that
Exactly.
you it also means that you appreciate
See,
the every time you get in the car and get out of the car, you appreciate
the
the fact
thing,
that you're
see,
alive. So with that said, when you marry and you see marriages that either fail or that end up in death or whatever, that means you should appreciate your
no, I
marriage
never
much
said
more.
not
That
to
also means
appreciate
that
them.
you should focus on the details of loving your husband
I
that
never.
much more.
You
So when you're
supposed to.
20, so waiting until you later on in your years, reason why I say it doesn't make sense to me is because the youth, the vigor, the strength that you need to work with your man to get to a plateau, that's
I'm just saying that I'm proactive. I'm not reactive. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I'm just saying that I would have to be prepared. I'm just saying because you never. It could be me. It don't have to be him. It could be me. We don't know what's going to happen in life. So if she doesn't have no skills, and she's not able to hold the fort down, or vice versa, when their partner leaves, she's going to be starting over all over again. You know, I'm not saying work 40 hours. You can find a part-time job, but you still got to learn how to live in this life, because you, at the end of the day, you were born by yourself. You wasn't born with a mate. You were born by yourself. So even the point of that made you learn self-preservation. So you can't take that from nobody. We had to learn how to get up. We had to learn how to walk. We had to learn how to crawl. All that self-preservation. So that's in you regardless.
regardless of regardless of whether you come into this world, nobody has come into that done anything without any sort of help. We all need each other, and life is about relationships. Life is about people. Life is about connections and connecting to other
Yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
So making a argument of I need to focus on me and focus on how I feel and what I need all the time, it does not help push anything forward.
But it doesn't matter, because that's what they
It
choose. Now
it does matter.
no, it
That's
doesn't,
all.
because
If
they're gonna have to live with the consequences of their choices. It
it's not
doesn't
just
matter.
it's not. But see, that's what I'm
Their life.
saying.
That is their life. So
That's what I'm saying.
if
It's not
they
just about
if
their.
they end up not getting no man, that's on them.
But
That's
that's
their
not.
life. It don't matter.
But
What
that's what
does
I'm
it matter
saying.
to
It's
you?
not. It's not when a selfish woman, a woman who worries about herself, ends up or even a man or a woman who focuses on themselves only, solely on themselves, drags down the everybody else, drags down the rest of the people.
Okay, so
Which is
how is a woman supposed to support a man and go out and support the family and keep the household and the livelihood of the community going if she can't support herself, and you're saying that a man is not, we're not worthy of being supported by these men because they're too busy supporting themselves. So when are the women that are trying to come together in the narrative that you're saying, as far as a wife and all that, when do they have time to do all that if you have all this and confidence in her, not focusing on herself? How, if she don't focus on herself, how is she supposed to accomplish the rest? How? I don't.
Supporting. First of all, if she's with a man that is not supporting her, or is not pulling his weight, so to speak, then she chose wrong. Because the
But
kind
no,
of men
no,
that
no.
Wait a minute, who said it
That's
was her
your
choice?
opinion. That's your opinion.
that's
She
not
didn't
that's
choose.
not that's
It,
not
it,
that's not
no,
that's not a
that's
that's a
your
pretty
opinion.
that
You
is a
cannot
if
tell
can I
somebody which
That they chose wrong.
that
Who
is a
said that she
pretty
chose him?
exactly.
that is a justified opinion. If a woman is with a man that is
So
not
no, wait, slow
No,
down.
no,
Slow.
no.
Don't go so
You said
fast.
if a woman wants to be selfish and make it on her own or career wise, that's a wrong choice. What? No, that is your opinion. That
no
is
okay that part
your
okay I'm sorry
opinion.
I thought you were
Your
talking about what I just
opinion
said.
and her life, what she wants to do with her life, are two different things.
That's what I am trying to say is that my opinion, I'll take that. My opinion is any man or woman that is solely focused on themselves, that are selfish, drags down and is a detriment to not only everyone around them, the community, the family, the
How is that?
society,
No,
all
no,
of
no.
that.
How is that? How is that?
By her focusing on
Now,
herself.
how me
Him
being
or
a
her,
career
him
person?
or her.
All right,
How?
but so how is that's been bringing economics to the community?
No. See, okay, give me an example.
You said it falls down and my people need people. Is their life. Is their life. So people up here talking about other people's lives and how they want to live it. So I have seen
It's important.
I've seen plenty of times when women, oh, my clock is ticking. Oh, I should have had babies early. Like I said, they have to live with the consequences. But
Your
it's not
life.
for me. It's
Don't
not,
interrupt, please.
it's not for me to say they're right. That's their life. The same way that's like me saying, you know what, I don't like the job that you do. I think that you need to do this.
Your life has a if something bad happens to one person, give me an example. Cops.
No, you changing the narrative now.
I'm
Wait
not.
a minute. Where
Don't
you
interrupt.
going with this now?
Don't interrupt him. Don't interrupt him.
I want to stay on the same page. I don't like to go off to.
It is the same page. Just listen. Cops, right? Cops, the show. The show Cops would individual black men would get, incarcerated or whatever. But the image that is showed affected all black men everywhere. That's the point. When you do something as a man, as a single man, if I was to go out and have my pants sagging, have I look like I would be pretty much I am symbolic of other black men. So that's why when one black person does wrong or when one black person looks bad, everybody shakes their head. All black people shake their head like, please don't let them be black, because we represent each other. So when a single woman goes out and be selfish and does her own thing, then what it does is it affects how everyone else is viewed. It affects how everyone else is seen and how it affects how everyone else is moved.
Can I ask you, when you say go out and do her own thing, does that mean as far as a career?
Just being selfish, being self-centered. Not even just selfish.
You mean like being rude or
right? Because she don't want a man, she want a career. That's not her choice.
No, I'm not even just talking about career or no career. When I'm talking about,
I'm sure we were talking about career wise. So,
but that's what I'm saying. A self-centered woman in the career does not contribute to the community. Does not.
Why?
It brings everyone down. Any
Wow.
person who is selfish
Wow.
and self-centered, a man or a woman, brings community, brings
But
society
you
down.
gotta tell me how. If a
They're a
woman
drain. They're a drain
if
on
a woman
society.
is having a job, so you mean to tell me if you go to a doctor right now,
Mhm.
you mean to tell me you only see men doctors? If you
No,
go
that's
to
not
a
what I'm-
dentist, no, you're saying she bring the community down if she's selfish
No.
and want a career.
No,
So
I'm
you
saying
only
self.
no, okay, but you just called her selfish, correct? And you called her self-centered, correct? Because she chose to have a career and not a man. So you said that bring down everybody in the community, correct? These your words, right?
No, that's not what I
Yeah,
was.
that was your word.
That's not the point that I was trying to make. The point that I was trying to make is that a woman or man who focus solely on themselves is a drain to the community.
Focus
what I
on
mean.
themselves. How?
Because if you don't give, it's simple logic. If you don't give to the community, you're taking from the community.
What part of the community?
It's like a
Are you
it's
getting
a push
a
and
job
pull.
and a career? I'm not
It's-
understanding that.
It's a push and pull. So yin and yang. It's up and down. If you don't give, you're taking. For example, if when you're paying it, when you're working and you're paying into Social Security, you're giving into Social Security. There's someone else taking from Social Security.
Yeah, but if a woman
a
is
give
going
and
to a
take.
career, she's leaving the community and she's going and getting a career and she's coming back to the community because that's where she lives and that's where she functions at. But she's leaving the community to go get a career. So
I'm not talking about if she goes to get a career. I'm just saying the statement that I made is a self-centered woman or man is a drain on the community. That's all I said. I didn't say nothing about whether she has a career. There are plenty of people who have careers who are doing great things for the community or doing great things for people. I said a selfish or self-centered person, man or woman, is a drain on the community. So if you come in thinking, oh, I need to worry about me, I'm just focusing on me, I'm focusing on myself, I don't need nobody, then you're a drain because you're not giving anything to society.
Okay.
What you want them to give to society? What do you want them to give them?
If you don't, giving to society is important.
What you want them to give them?
I mean, society. There's many people who offer different things. Different.
You just said we don't offer nothing. So what do you?
So that's what I'm saying.
I never said women don't offer nothing in society. I didn't say that.
Okay, for the selfish people, what do you
I
want?
said a selfish, self-centered person does
what-
not offer anything in
what
society.
do you-
They take
what-
from society.
But we do know there's plenty of selfish people out there. So what we're gonna do? The people are gonna be selfish regardless.
Right, and so that
We can't.
But what I'm saying is, I'm saying the viewpoint affects other people. That's what I'm saying. One selfish person. That's why if I saw a dude walking down the street, or if I saw a black guy walking down the street with his do-rag on or his pants sagging, or he got on, he looks, and I can talk to him without, fear of being killed or something like that.
It's a fashion statement now. Everybody.
I would definitely speak to him because the way he looks affects me. The way he looks affects my community, and black men have been denigrated enough. Black men's image has been tarnished enough that unless the whole elevates, at least the majority elevates, 50.1% elevates, all of us is going to continue to look like fools. That's why, even though statistically black men are doing a lot better than we've ever done before in life,
all of that sounds good, but
even though statistically black men are doing way better, black men are always judged by the worst. We're always judged by the Pookies and Ray Rays. We're always judged by.
See, that's the point that we're not going to stress. As men and women, we got disgraceful men and women, and we got good, decent, good women. But all that sound good if men was sported. All that sound good, but unless y'all taking, like I said, y'all always preaching to not the choir. The people who y'all need to be preaching that to is the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Shanays and the people who need to hear that. So that's why I don't really like to go back and forth, because we're preaching to not the choir.
The only
And it's going, and at this point in 2022 is damn near going on deaf ears.
the only difference is that when black men are acted that way, when we are treated that way, we either end up dead or in jail.
Now,
When black women typically act up or do whatever, they're considered brave, or considered, she's living in her truth, she's empowered.
Well,
she's
that's
doing her.
there's that narrative again, because we're having to stand up for ourselves. So, there's no man standing up and saying, "Hey, don't persecute this black woman, or don't put her in that category, because these are women that we need to raise up for our community," and yada yada yada. So if she stands up for herself and she makes some noise, it's not that she's being anything. She's trying to, represent whatever part that she has to play. I don't understand how these girls are supposed to have a voice if you guys are always saying that they're being manly when they speak up for themselves.
Masculine.
Nisha Rosas. I was trying to say that. No, I don't have my own channel. Alien Blood, but I was saying.
Did you say Nisa Rosma?
Rosas? Is that yes? Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
Who is
Nisha?
that? And she's in the chat.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say in the chat.
Oh, I can't see that.
What I was trying to say is, it's not that if he loses his job, leave him. What I was trying to say is that a man who is willingly not doing something to better his family, she doesn't need to be with him. That's not the kind of man you want to marry. When you marry a man, you need to marry a man who who you can trust will always do something.
No, but it's the man who marries the woman. That's where you're getting it wrong at. We don't marry men. Men are the matriarch, and they go out and they get a wife and they build a family. So it's not we're going out marrying you guys. You guys are going out getting a wife and building a family and a legacy.
You still can choose. Women still have a choice to choose to say yes or no to a man's proposal,
which is true. But you gotta remember too.
So if she chooses to be with someone that is not that doesn't have the
you can't, when you marry a man, you got to go by what he says. Ain't know what you choose.
You don't go by what he says.
Yes, it is.
You go by what you by to see.
No, you don't. No, you hold on.
I'm just saying, if you're saying in a traditional way that I'm talking, I don't know in general. I don't know what any particular is or anything. I'm just saying in general, if you were going to marry and you're building something with your husband, he is going to be the man to put down whatever he wants his way to living in that household. Now, if he chooses to let the woman run the house and go that way, then that's a whole nother story.
But see, that's the point. That goes to my original point. If a woman chooses a man that will allow her to just run rampant, then that is the man that she chose. So if he takes a subservient or a backseat role in the family's finances and the decision making, all those things that are emblematic of a successful family, then you have to kind of take the consequences on that as well. The kind of man that would be ideal is a man who's proactive in how he handles himself, how he handles his finances, how he handles his business.
Stole my word. But I said it first.
So even if he does lose his job, or even if he goes into goes on financial hard times, he's doing something. He's working hard to make something happen. When in 2010, 2011, when the financial market hit rock bottom, there was a lot of men that was out of work, but that wasn't mean they weren't doing anything. It wasn't mean they were just sitting at home watching TV all day. They're out there trying to find something to do, trying to make some kind of money. That is what a man does, and that is why that's the kind of man that most women should kind of lean towards. However, in our community, because we live in a matriarchal community, whatever a woman says kind of goes. So if one of you ladies was in my household and I was the kind of man that most women be
One of you
dating out here,
ladies, you picking
Well,
somebody
we
else.
already coming. We on our
You
way.
picking somebody else,
we're
Trey?
already
What do you
on our
mean one of
way.
these women? Hold up, Trey. I'm pulling up to Colorado now. What do you mean one of these women? Hold up.
but
He mean if Sugar was down there in Colorado,
okay, yes,
say it right now.
Yeah, we coming out there and shoot us some deer and stuff.
right. First of all, it's a lot of elk out here. But anyway, you know, if I was the kind of men that have been popping up, especially these feminine men who don't know how to handle their business, which is not a lot of black men. Most black men know what they're doing, know how to handle the business. But if you do end up finding a man who don't know how to handle their business, he's going to give you the role of leader. He's going to follow your lead. Whatever you say, go. He's just trying to get some sex at the end of the night.
But I would like to say one thing though. I like to say one thing because I had to learn because I'm older. It all depends on what age you marry somebody. If you marry somebody young, that 23-year-old is not going to be the same person at 33 or 43. So a lot of times people fall apart because some people stay stagnant in one place. So just because things was blissful and it's beautiful, and you get 30s and 40s, people get closer, and then some people just change. So nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed.
And Nisha, I want to say this. You're right. They a lot of that does happen, but that's why being a man is so important, and that's why it's such a heavy burden and a heavy load on being a man, because you don't get any excuses. No man, not a man or a woman, maybe some women, but most people are not going to coddle a man. They're not going to say, "Oh well, if something's wrong, I'm so sorry. Let's talk about your feelings." No, get your ass.
I'm gonna cuddle you.
Trey, I hope that we have been an open panel and let you get your point across. Because now I don't want you saying that we didn't treat you nice.
No, of course you did.
No, because Trey want me to cuddle him. I'll cuddle you, Trey. What else you want? Baby?
I didn't.
I run the bathtub water for
cuddle.
You. Put some lotion. I know, but I speak in my own language, right?
Okay.
But that's why you say cuddle. I say cuddle. Baby, it's my New York accent. But I'll cuddle you. Don't worry about it. I'll cuddle you. Doing bad. I'll cuddle you. I give massages and everything.
You were something else.
Them feminine women ain't got nothing on me.
You are something else.
I have you so high in the sky. You like, damn, it feel good up here.
That's funny. Gosh, I was just trying. You got me blushing. Listen, the point that I'm trying to make is that men, you have to pay to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, you have to take on all that pressure, and the one that you relieve your pressure to as a man is God Himself when you're in prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you pray about it, and once you continue to keep your mental health up, you got to get back on that grind, because your wife is at home. Your wife is laying next to you, and she's trusting and depending on you to be in peak condition. That's why it's such a burden on men. However,
it won't be a burden.
When I ask you to be my wife, that's a burden I'm taking on.
No, you're not taking baby.
Burden.
I won't say a burden.
I'm still
Let me replace that for responsibility. Excuse me.
I'm still take care of you, but my hands be itching. A chick be getting some money. My hands be itching. A chick gets some money. Don't worry about it though. I'm still gonna take care of you now.
You got your Cash App up, so you got it.
Did you put something in there?
I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing singing.
First of all, I've been talking, but I'm saying you got your Cash App running through.
I mean, being that you brought it up, you know, I'm saving that for my ticket to Colorado, right?
That's hilarious.
I like to have fun and joke, Trey.
I got freaking flyer mileage. It's all good.
No, we want it in the Cash App. We want in the cash app. I may want to pay. I may want to drive down there and got to pay for that expensive gas. You know what I'm
That's hilarious.
saying? See, this is what to me a relationship is all about: getting to know one another, and I'm glad to get to know all of you guys. I'm glad to know Trey. You're such intelligent. Only you was 15 years old, but I really like your thought process. You got a thought process, something like Alien Blood, who was scared to come on here. But I like your thought process. I like the fact that even though you're talking about a woman's role, you're also talking about the man's role respectfully. And then, so it's not like, we going at it. We have to be talking and we laughing and we joking at the same time. But I do appreciate that. I'm not kicking y'all off. I just say stuff before I forget because I'm getting kind of old. But I will not forget to get the money from Trey. I will not forget that. I will not forget that. So, we family here, but I do like that, that because I'm more of a realist. So I don't talk about, how I want things. I speak upon how things are, and yes, I would like for it to change. First of all, me and Trey don't have any roles. Okay? I don't need to have a role to get him to cuddle him and do his bubble baths and then feed him and all that other stuff.
And Alien,
if he needs some milk, he could pick one of these things and have some breast milk too.
and you got your nerve,
need a role.
Alien Blood.
Tell him, Trey.
We know that you already have your old lady. So leave Trey alone. Let him get his.
Tell Trey, said we don't need no roles for me to treat you like a king, right?
That's right.
I do that automatically, right, Trey?
Listen.
Oh God. Go ahead, Trey.
I have no words. I have zero words.
There is no role for me to treat Trey like a king, because that's my king. I don't need a role.
No, you're playing a role over there, playing house with Miss Patty Cakes.
We don't need a role. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. As I said before, when men come through the door, don't let them in the house. Just crack the door a little bit. Close your ears, DOD. When they walk in the door, SMD. And then they imagine anytime you walk in the door, much as you can, you get an SMD. You know what SMD means?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to Trey.
Oh.
SMV? Yes, I do.
SMD.
No, I don't.
See, all right, when you go study, you go ask one of them 25-year-olds that.
It's SMD, sucking my ick.
Oh, that part.
See, I got a lot of tricks, so we ain't gonna need we're gonna have so much fun when you're gonna throw the rolls away.
Listen, roles are very important. I think
we ain't gonna need one. Why would we need one when you're the king?
Well, even a king is a role.
No,
it's a role. It's a position.
You're special. You're special. You're special. You ain't no any old role. Let me stop bothering Trey for he buy motherfucker.
Yeah, leave because Alien is Trey. I'm telling you right now, Alien is putting you in some mess.
I'm gonna be bothering Trey again, but I believe we'll open now, right? Wives have roles. You right, not just regular one. Nobody don't. Everybody, and technically, yeah.
But you over there playing house. You don't have a wife. You playing house, Alien.
Mm-hmm. But technically, women do have a role. But I don't consider myself having a role. I just aim to please. You know what I'm saying?
Uh oh. Watch out now.
I just aim to please. So I don't stop till I get enough. Oh, he was like, I done came on this daggone psycho page and she got me scratching my head now.
Listen, I'm
Now I guarantee you, you're never going to go on another channel that have this conversation and joke.
no, not
Laugh
about
and
SMD.
Laugh and joke.
I not learning about SMD. I never would have thought I would have been on
Because
any
the
channel.
old woman got tricks.
Oh, yep. All right.
I told you after 40, baby. I told you after 40, baby. Ooh.
Now that's how she said. That's at the front door. Now at the
Yeah,
front
you're not even making
door.
it in the door. That's soon as you turn that key, like, oh shit, there you go. Drop them.
Right. Alien Blood, you want to help me out?
DOD, you want to help him out?
No, I'm just here. I'm just here enjoying the back and forth, and I'm enjoying the back and forth, and I'm watching the obvious vetting of Trey J. So she's vetting you, brother. So
I don't call it vetting.
mean,
This
you
is
know,
me naturally. I'm not.
I do, brothers.
I
We
don't.
call what you're doing vetting.
I didn't know.
You're
I
asking
didn't
them certain
ask you.
questions. See what
No,
his
I'm telling
reactions
him
are.
what. No, I'm telling him what I'm going to do. But like I said, if he was 15 years older, I can
Yeah.
laugh and joke. I'm not vetting nobody.
I think Sugar
Everything's
wants to get flued out. That's what that is.
no, I ain't gonna. No, I don't. I'm gonna get Droven out, and he gonna
You
get the
want to get
gas.
flued out.
No, I don't.
No.
Let me tell you something. There ain't nobody. People can't just have a regular conversation without it just like having a meaning to it.
Listen,
No, Alien is cracking up. Hold on. He said
me. I mean, 30.
Now we're here talking about SMD.
That's a woman's job. What are you talking about?
As long as she not calling me no tenderoni, I'm straight.
The truth about a Roni, he's a sweet old boy. About the sweetest little boy in the whole wide world. He make the toughest home girl fall deep in love.
Oh my
But once you
goodness.
had a Roni, you would never get
You know what? These moments right now, I'm learning. I really need a wife.
You ain't gonna get that to the door thing. You ain't gonna get that to the door thing. No, he wanted past 40.
Yeah, now you want that wife because
he wants
that's what
tricks,
she gonna be doing when
He
you get
wants
her.
tricks. He wants the tricks, baby. He wants the
No.
tricks.
I think that's what he probably needs right about now because he seemed like he got his head on right.
Oh, he said his 50-year-old is like a 35. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Alien Blood know. Alien Blood knows.
Hey man, listen. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is
You didn't got
just getting up
school
early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Going to work, working hard. You know what I mean? I cook every twice a week. And that's about it.
Do I get breakfast? Or I have to pick breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Yeah, you get the baby boy scene.
Oh shit.
I'm just kidding.
You're gonna be standing in the refrigerator by the refrigerator. Oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna pat that butt.
Oh my goodness.
Have my little towel pop. He was like, what trap did I walk into? I thought I was gonna go back and forth. She just changed everything. That's me because I believe us people as one. So I really don't really do like a stream men talk or a stream women talk. I like to be in the middle.
Kevin Samuels had a video recently. It was pretty interesting.
Kitten heels.
Kevin Samuels had a video. It was talking about Shadow Boo or I forgot her name. But anyway, it was about sex. And like how the misconception between men and women and sex. How men really don't understand a woman's body.
He can't.
And you know,
I'll
yeah.
teach you. Don't worry about it. You will know more than Kevin. Don't worry about
Oh, my
it.
Okay, you stay on over here with us. You stay right over here with
That's
us.
not
You
that's
will
not
be
what I was trying to.
You're
That's not-
gonna be an expert. Then you're gonna be telling Kevin Samuel some things. You understand?
That's absolutely not what I was trying to talk about. That's not how I was. That's not the direction I was trying to go. I was just basically saying, guys may want to view the video once. It's actually pretty interesting conversation.
Yeah, but he's not telling you how to get. He's not trying to tell you how
I'm
to
gonna
get
make
that.
you an expert. You're gonna be telling him something. You're gonna do your own video telling him something.
Man, listen, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, once you get that one that is gonna greet you at the door with your zipper, you gonna be able to tell him something.
Listen, all I know is if when I use the restroom, it hits the water. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. I gotta.
Oh, she gonna let you do all that. That's what wives do.
Your Highness, I'll hold it. Your Highness, whatever would you like? I hold it for you. Whatever would you like? I hold it for you. I brush your teeth. Let me stop. Let me stop. Because sometimes that's me sounding like with some of these damn red pills and man affairs. That's what sounds they want you to do. And whatever would you like?
Now alien blood talking about waiting.
What you waiting for? Wait, I didn't see me no videos of no girls. What are you talking about?
What?
I just remember when you sent me the video with some girls. We got one for a man. You got some one for a girl. Then we can have the men night. We got ladies night one night and men's night the next night. But I'm not looking for these white. You gotta make sure I don't get no copyright strike. I got you.
I thank you for having me.
Oh, come over here and let me give you a little cuddle. Let me give you a little cuddle. I got some pillow. You know I got some pillows. You know that, right?
I'm pretty
I got some pillows. Lay your head on my pillow.
Listen, I'm pretty. I'm just. I don't know what to say.
But I just hope that when you do find the woman, that you do get that type of balance where
we have the Fair Use logo.
No, that doesn't work. That logo. If somebody pulls your video with that Fair Use there or not, I've been there with Kitten Hills. That's why I call them Kitten Hills. We got a reason why we call them Kitten Hills Trey. But hopefully you're not calling him your godfather. Please tell me you're not calling him your godfather.
No, I don't call nobody my godfather, but I do think I do thank him for speaking truth and speaking and bringing a different conversation to we're actually on this live because of one of his videos. So his content and the work that he does, a lot of people eat off of it. A lot of people.
Hold up. I've been doing this for years.
Yeah, we don't do it for the money.
I don't
do it for the money.
I am not saying I'm not coming after y'all.
He eat up them dumb women who come. Who he won't have a show without them dumb women who come on. Everybody eat up everybody.
He talked to men 3 years for 3.5 years.
Yeah, but whoever everybody still eats off everybody. They don't get paid to come on his panel. They just call him, right?
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that the work that he does, does good work. I mean, you get.
What do you do?
No, what is he? No, wait a minute. Now he does. He commentates on. What do you mean work? Okay. Does he have organization or something? Maybe I missed something. Let me slow down.
Alien Blood, he is the godfather. Yes, I'm striking that. And I be damn, I'm talking to a grown ass man, and he gonna talk about another grown ass man as his godfather. You can retract that. I don't play them guys. I speak to a man. I speak to a man. He gotta have his own mind. Now, whatever he pick up, the same way we pick up stuff from what we watch, it's okay. But if another man is controlling another man's mind, that don't look right. Now
when you was born with that third leg, and when you came in this world with that third leg, that made you a man.
That make you a simp. he's my godfather. And you a grown ass man. What do you mean he's your godfather? What the? Now anybody who do that, to me you're a simp. But I don't believe in simps neither, because I believe everybody have different personalities. Some people's more vocal, some people's introvert, some people's extrovert. It's like so many different things that you have to put into when you start scouting out or vetting or whatever. You like to go out. People like to just be in the house by themselves. Some people, they need their me time all the time, and you got some people that needs to be under people all the time. Like
what kind of personality do you think I have?
But I think you're a smart young man. To me, you sound like an introvert. Because of the job that you do, that you can sit yourself in the office, right?
No, I don't sit in the office. I'm out in the field.
I thought you said you work with computers and stuff. I be forgetting.
No, I deal with construction zones, so I supervise construction zones.
I got more money. I got supervised money.
That's hilarious.
My pay rate just yesterday's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. God damn it! I get supervised money now.
Nah, I'm what you would call a project manager.
Okay.
Well, I get project manager now money. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Damn it. I get project manager money now. Now, what?
I don't know. I was basically trying to say is that knowing a person's personality and how you interact and the kind of conversations that you have when building with someone.
Oh, thanks, DOD.
It's super important. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. For the road trip. DOD's buying the coffee. She on her way.
Yes, honey. He said a couple gallons for the road trip. You know he ain't right. I thought it said coffee too. It said gallons for the road. I thought
right.
I thought it said coffee because I tell people help me out with my coffee fund.
Road trip.
road trip. I ain't even got a car, right? But I'm gonna get. Oh my God! My thing is, I like for people to enjoy life, so I don't like to stay too serious. I like people when they walk up out of here, I want them to say I had a good time in there. I don't want it to be like, oh, we was going back and forth, this person was beefing, and but I don't want this page like that. Now your opinion is your opinion. I can't change your mind. How you feel is it's like how you feel, but you sound like a person. Hopefully, when you do get your woman, hopefully she find ways to make you smile and laugh, and joke around. So you'll want to come home. So when you get out the car, you won't be like, "Damn, I'm staying in this car. I don't feel like going in the house right now." I want you to go right on in the house and wait for your thing at the door, right?
Yeah, you be so excited to get a house. You've been left that.
He be going. I'm 5 minutes, baby. I'm 5 minutes away. I'm 2 minutes away right now. I'm getting ready to turn the key.
Maybe one day. You're
gonna have it. You'll have it. You will have it. If that's what you want, put it in universe. You'll have it. You'll have it. You'll have it. You'll have that person that, they'll know that you are the head and she's the neck, because I do believe in the Bible, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Only time a man have a problem out of me if he don't know how to drive. If he don't know how to drive, I'll snatch that wheel so quick. But me, I'm laid back, I'm chill. And you know what?
You're a road rager.
That's like in relationships. I don't argue. I don't even argue in relationships. Only when we break up, they like, what the hell? I don't open Pandora's box. But like in relationships, I don't like to argue. I like to talk, I like to communicate. Cause nobody want to come home to hear want. Nobody want to come home and hear that stuff. People want to come home, they want to have fun and do stuff, because in life a lot of serious things is going to take place. People get sick, people start going, you may get, nobody know nothing. So you want to take the time when both of y'all in good health and have some fun, laugh and joke and stuff. But like I said, in relationships, a lot of men, they expect when they see me on the outside, because I have my organization and I deal with kids, so I'm the boss. So they used to me acting one way, and then when I get in a relationship with them, they're like, "Hold up, these like two different people." I'm like, "Yeah," because I know how to separate. I separate it, but some men, they're not used to that, and they like to take They think I'm being kind and stupid, not knowing there's a beast inside of me. But they don't understand that beast like to stay sleeping. But so they want to go and do them. They want to cheat on you. No.
Have you ever cheated on a man before?
No.
You've never cheated on a man?
No.
I don't know the other name. What's your name, man?
Boss lady. I'll leave you
Boss
so
lady.
fast. I don't have.
Yes.
Have you ever
His
cheated
name?
before?
What'd you say?
Boss lady, have you ever cheated on a man before?
No.
What
I
about
don't-
what
Well,
about Nisha and Miss Leo? Have y'all ever cheated on a man before?
We leave too quick to cheat on.
yeah, I can leave. It's
leave
better
so
best to leave, and then you won't have them issues and problems. Now, a lot of times I wouldn't say just because I left a man, that don't mean that he agreed that we broke up.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm not gonna press it, but okay. Do you have you ever? Okay, what was the quickest?
Oh, get alien blood. Get alien blood. You see what he wrote? Boss lady knows she'll cheat. Get him. Now go
Nisha,
ahead.
she cheated. Okay, so okay. My question is this then. How fast have you been on to the next nigga's dick or next nigga or next? Excuse me, not nigga. Let me take that back. Apologize. How long has it been? How long did it take for you to get on to the next man, whether it be sex or whatever?
After I break up, I have to have me time.
You talking about back and now relationship or back
I'm
in the
talking about.
day?
No, he's talking about how long it takes
when-
to get. I got with the next me when I break up.
When
with
was you in the?
somebody.
How long did it take for you to get in the bed with? The next
I don't know, because it's always a while, because I need my me time. I gotta gather myself. I don't just jump on it. For me, it's a while.
So okay, a while, like a week,
Wow.
2 weeks, a month.
No.
I could be by myself years, actually.
Okay. What about you, boss lady?
Well, I can speak for myself as far as jumping from my last relationship. It's been 2.5, almost 3 years, and I haven't been with nobody yet. And I haven't found anybody that I want to do any type of getting my brain mixed up with their thoughts and what they need and all that.
So you haven't had no hanky panky? No.
No.
No, he's talking about the younger you.
No, the younger me is still here. She's in there, but
she's hidden.
Yes, she's minding her business.
Okay.
Hold up. If he's 6'3", that's bullshit. That's bullshit, alien. Let me tell you something. One thing I don't do is lie.
What?
Nisha, are you allowed to? Are you able to come up? Because I really want to hear the story of you cheating.
First of all my men is every man I've ever had besides one is all in a 6 feet. That's what I get regardless. So it ain't like, okay, it's not that many 6 foot men.
You like that?
No, I don't like it. That's just what I get. I go by I go by people's spirit. I go by their heart. I go by like what type of person you are. It had nothing to do with height, but that's just what happened.
Wait,
Just
Miss Leo, you was bumping pelvises the next week after breaking up with the man?
If it was only a week relationship, if it was 2 years, if it was longer, seriously, it would be 2 years at least. But if it's just a short relationship, maybe a week. That's what Miss Leo said.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't her man. She just got a scratch. That was it. I mean,
I mean, I know. One thing I realized that women move on really quickly.
no, not this one.
Not me. I move on
it's
to
like
me.
you guys
I
already
move on
had
to
them.
now.
Like
I
you
move
guys
on
had
in
them
my
already
brain,
lined
but as
up.
far as physically, yeah, I move on physically, but mentally, I'm still, working on, understanding men and stuff. But other than that, now physically, no, you don't have to move on physically just because you're out of a relationship. I don't think.
So how long? Well, then in that case, that leads me to my next question: how long can you guys go without the hanky panky?
Years.
Well, the thing of it is, if you have all your walls and insides and your parts and the lady parts that function inside of there and everything's working and oiled up and everything, and
If she don't get to the answer,
Oiled up. Wait a minute.
How
Like
long?
K and Y jelly?
How long? Well, ask
no,
the question again.
how long? No,
can
how
you
long?
wait?
You could go forever because if you're in good condition and ain't nothing wrong with. I mean, there's 80-year-old women that have had babies and stuff, 60, 70. You can get it on anytime. And
No, how long can you wait for some ping ping? What's the long?
it's all in your mind. You can make it as long as you want to,
How
How
long
long?
have you
I would
waited?
say me myself.
Thank you.
Me myself. I can wait forever. I'm not. It's not a. I'm not out there
It's not
trying
a
to
race.
find. Yeah.
The longest I went was 2 years.
Oh, that's
And
nothing.
I'm still going.
I was
That's
so proud
I'm
of
still
myself.
running.
That's nothing. That's
I'm
nothing.
still running.
It
So
was
nothing.
something to me. Don't downplay me.
No, but you with us. You on our bandwagon. We ain't mad at you. But when I get over there, though, nah.
That's hilarious.
When I get over there, wait till I get to Colorado. God damn
But I mean, yeah, it's like what I waited 2 years, and I thought I was doing something. I thought I was in Zen mode. I thought I was doing something with 2
But
years.
you were working on whatever you was working on.
Hey, alien blood
Knock
just said a
on
word.
wood. Knock on
Some
wood.
women can't wait. Some women can't wait a week. I'm telling you.
First of all, y'all keep speaking young girls. First of all, young girls ain't got no business having sex. Okay, you mean younger women?
Young women. I
Young
don't know.
women. And let me explain something to you. I was a younger woman, and I waited for over a year. And I know other people in my circle who's not in my circle when I was in my young stage did wait. See,
it's totally different now, Miss.
No, it ain't nothing
Well,
different.
no,
I'm still living.
Daughters.
I'm still living. Ain't but so much change. Nothing new under
No,
the sun.
Miss
nothing-
Love, these women, they need to know what that dick do nowadays. I'm trying to tell
there
you,
is
they need to know how big it. They got. If they don't see a dick,
honey,
implant,
that was
they
in
not
the
pulling.
that was in the 90s.
Thank you. You always had hot mamas.
That was in the 90s
From the Bible on, you always had hot mamas. But when he's saying young girls ain't waiting, yes, young girls. See, I hate when I'm still living and breathing, and I'm trying to tell you something that's factual, and you make it sound I know what I'm saying. I'm quite sure if I got you at least by 20 to 25 years, I have 20 to 25 more years experience than you.
Of course.
And then on top of that, I've had 900 kids come through me. So I'm not just talking about my age. I deal with the youth also. We have our talks also. And you got some women that's hot mamas who got to jump on and jump off. But it's not as many as you think.
Sex is easier to get nowadays than food is.
Yeah, but they're not. Y'all got to get off that block and cross the street. Y'all still on the block where it's just them type of women. Y'all got to cross the street to see that there's different women. And yes, a lot of women do wait.
I can get sex faster than I can get some food these days.
So if you got a hot mama and who's sexually active or have a sexual appetite, yeah, of course. But you can't say women as in plural. No, some women, some hot mamas, you got to put it in the correct text. The hot mamas or women that is overly or hyperly sexual, yes, they cannot wait. But there are a lot of women that do wait.
I'm still mad Nisha's out here cheating.
Women have real option nowadays. That go for men too.
We do not. Men, it's hard for men to have sex these days. Like men aren't out here busting. People think men out here really slanging it. Nah. So for some men, it's hard to get some punani.
Now you see how I can't dispute that. Because you are a man and you know that. See, I can't dispute that. I cannot dispute that. And that's good to know. All alien blood say men do not. See, y'all got to get off this man and woman stuff. And y'all got to start talking about us as a people. What is men and women?
Because men and women are different.
But we're still in the we are still the black community, regardless. You can't have one without the other. You cannot have one without the other. You can't fix one side and don't fix the other side.
Tanisha, you was 11 and a half years. That's a whole marriage. You out here you just cheated on him. I hope if he hears this, I hope he goes home and cry. And then he shows you his tears because you hurt him. You hurt him bad.
Let me warn you now, Trey. Now remember, I'm gonna put you on that cloud, right?
Go ahead, do your thing.
And as soon as you mess up, I'm gonna drop you, right? This was gonna be a hard fall. It's gonna be a hard fall. I would keep you up there forever.
That makes me feel good.
But you could get dropped too now. You could get dropped also. And that's saying no, because I believe you. If you're with anybody, why be with anybody you're not gonna give 120 and 50% to? Why? Time is one thing you cannot get back.
That is true.
You can't get time back. So if you with somebody, you give 110%, and if you ain't getting it back, then don't be with them. It's that simple. That's why I didn't have to cheat. I don't like certain things that you're not for me. And that's that, because I'm not wasting no more. I'm not wasting my time until you, like, if you're really young, then that's different because people have to grow. But after a while, come on now. Come on. No. Time you can't get time back. That's why I said if y'all men really feel this way about women, leave us alone and go. There's plenty of channels where you got these women, these feminine women. Go get them and be happy. Ain't they what you want? Aren't they the type of women you want? You see their videos, they feminine, they cook, they clean, they there for their men. Why y'all not spending time in their chat hooking up with them?
She said Nisha said that it was karma. She just gave him back what he.
It might have been karma, but I don't know. Cheating is I've been cheated on before, and especially when I was a whiny, spineless little boy, 18, 19 years old, didn't know what a man looked like or what it was to even be a man, but I was pretending and pumping my chest like I was one. Mm-hmm. She cheated on me.
You was one and are one and is one.
she cheated on me, and boy, I mean, I was I was playing Isley Brothers, The Whispers. I was playing Smokey Robinson.
Oh, my
You know,
favorite.
It was so hard. Like women just don't get how it
how long a
destroys a
relationship
man
was
to
it?
know that
How long was that relationship?
it was about a year and a half relationship.
Oh, okay.
And see, like at that point in time, she was actually, my official first. I won't say I had another first, but that was a situation. But anyway, at my official first, and I didn't, shoot. I would watch porn and try to do the moves off of porn, but I didn't know what I was doing. And
Gosh.
I had a buddy, real cool dude, and he was just like, we all kind of hung out, did a little double date, and he pulled me to the side. He said, "Bro, she's cheating on you." I'm like, "Wait, bro, you tripping?" Da, da, da. But he saw what I didn't see. Like, at first
And
I
you
thought
broke up with her? You broke up with her from that?
Nah, I didn't. Nah, it's not that. I walked in on her.
Oh, Lordy.
I walked in because she it was actually crazy. The dude that she was cheating on me with texted me, said, come over. So I came to her dorm, and man,
You want me to go back and scratch your eyeballs out for you? I scratch you out. I scratch you out. Nobody messes with my tray. I'll scratch you out. You ever seen Stuart Little? I scratch you out.
man,
I scratch you out.
man. Listen. I was,
Yeah, we
gosh, I was done, bro.
Yeah, we all. But listen, that's part of life for all of us.
Yeah, true.
Everybody plays the fool one time. There is no exception to the rule. We all.
Okay, I like that oldie song too.
Yeah, that's why. And that's one of the truest. We all been there. We all done that.
And
But
Miss Leo, that's definitely that's cold blooded. You mean to tell me that I'm with you one moment and I don't hear from you for a day or so, and I see you in the street like, "Hey, what's good, babe? How you doing? I missed you," and you just gonna keep walking?
I'm
That's cold. That's cold.
That's a Leo thing. I'm guilty.
That's cold blooded.
I'm guilty.
Babe,
guilty.
I missed you. What's going on? You all right? Give me a hug.
That's a Leo thing. I'm guilty.
Do I know you? Like, that's cold. That's cold.
I might walk right past you like I don't even know you. No.
That's cold. That's cold. Y'all cruel, man, for real.
No, when it's over, it's over. Ain't no sense
No,
in keeping
it's not.
on.
No, we can still be together, but we just can't like that. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Of that. Let me tell you something, Missy. Don't you be sitting here spilling all our secrets, okay?
Y'all listen, y'all feet stink just like the rest of us. And it's just cold blooded. Yeah, it's just cold.
Feet what?
Did he say shit or feet?
I don't know. It's something about feet or something. I miss it.
I said y'all feet stink just like the rest of us. Like,
no,
y'all feet,
no,
y'all feet never stink.
Nope.
No
lies.
Nope.
Go in your closet.
I have
I guarantee
$2,000.
Four out of the 5 pair of shoes you got in there kind of got an odor to it.
Forever, and I would never. If my feet smell, I would be ashamed of myself. That would be just, oh my God, that's horrible.
I think he was using it as a metaphor.
I was, but I'm pretty sure somebody in here feet stink. But anyway, I just feel like, I just feel like that's just cold blooded, man. Like that's cold
blooded. But he says sexist. Sexist.
Miss Leo, you cold. You cold.
Now I told you we could keep you in the air and we could drop you, but it's up to them. It's up it's up to for me. I've never had a short relationship ever. First of all, every man I went was like always like 4 to 5 years. It was always like 5, 6.
Right.
I've never had a
Miss
short
Leo
relationship.
and Nisha Code.
I mean, I wanna, like I said, I want to get married, and I want a successful, long-lasting relationship. It's just very difficult to gauge a woman's true intentions sometimes.
But the thing is, you're never known. You gotta do a little testing, right, DOD?
Yeah, you should know more than intention.
No, he gotta hear that from the old school Jack. The old school Jack gotta let him know about that part. I ain't a man right there. But what I will say is,
what was the question again?
She said, "Feel like I always have good stalkers, and when it's
what
over,
was the question?
No, what was you saying? What was you saying, Trey, about your heart being crushed and you wanted to get married and stuff?
Nah, I ain't say nothing about being crushed. That was the old me. That was the old younger me.
You said you
I was
want to
saying
get
that I just
married.
don't know. I don't know. I do want to get married. I just don't. It's hard to gauge a woman's true intentions.
Right now, that's what DOD coming at.
Well, that's true. And nowadays especially, it's true.
But he wants to know how to get to the point.
I'm just giving a simple answer. It's nowadays women are out here to get what they can get, and they don't care about a person's feelings. They don't care.
Yeah, Nisha and Miss Leo made it very clear in the chat.
But my thing is, it's ways to find out. If you know how to do them little tests, it don't hurt nobody. Throw a little test out there and see if they don't give them a little rope. Because people gonna tell you anything. You meet their representative in the beginning anyway. So sometimes you gotta throw that little rope out there. It's up to you, or you can wait till the mask fall off. But you still never know in the beginning.
Well, the brother said earlier, you can't be afraid, you can't be scared to put your foot out in the water. So you gotta get out there and do it, but just gotta be careful.
But what kind of woman? Where did he look for the type of woman that he's looking for? Because he's conservative. He doesn't.
Somebody like me.
Well, he's in the right state for conservative. He's in the right state for that.
Somebody like me. He looking for his biggest chili to rah shish boom bah.
You think I'm conservative?
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Somebody did. I heard somebody say
yes, I do.
That you were conservative.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Are you ready to be the man that you look for? Are you ready to be that man for the wife that you're looking for?
I'm already. I mean.
All right, say that again, Miss Leo. Say it louder.
I'm already that man.
Tony, can I have a read on Miss Leo's comment, please? Can you just give me a little read on that? Come on, let's go. Go, Tony, read it.
To say what you want and moving that. Well, everybody not direct as us, Miss Leo. That's our trait. We ain't beating around the bush. I got a whole list for Trey, right? He ain't got another guess. Anything he got a question for is on the list, right? It's on the list already. I told you, time, you can't bring back time. And then whatever you say, I put like this. If you're a liar, it makes me no difference. Because the minute you change is the minute I change. So don't change. Now, I'm not talking about having bad days. We all got bad days. We all be going through something. A lot of things men, they can't explain to their women, so they hold it in until they ready, so it makes them feel and act. I'm not talking about that. I mean, if you lying and that mask slip, then you see a whole new me. A whole new me. So if you lying, I don't have to go into all of that fine. I ain't gotta be expecting everything. What they say, what you put in the wash, come out in the rinse. If that's
I personally never heard that. I never heard of that before. But
Well, and no, it's actually if you miss it in the wash, it's gonna come out in the rinse.
yeah, that's definitely before my time. I just feel like,
And which means they might pull something on you when they first meet you, but then once get to know what's going on with them, you'll see the real. That's basically.
yeah, I personally never would have gotten that. But I guess how I feel is just like, well, not feel, but the way I think is, do you know, is this person worth taking a risk on?
You never
And
know.
Right.
You
Yeah,
never
that's right.
know. You gotta dip your toe in that water.
yeah,
And you're young. So as they say to us women, you better start making some babies. Oh, you got a daughter already.
I do have a daughter.
How old is your daughter?
She's 8.
Oh. And she live in Colorado too?
No, she's in Georgia.
Oh, hot mecca.
So, I'm sorry.
So why didn't you and her mother? Oh, because you was young.
No. What happened was, I proposed to her mother.
Huh?
Yeah, I proposed to her mother.
You proposed to her mother?
Yeah, when she before she was born. Actually, I proposed to her mother, and once I proposed, I found out there was a chance that she wasn't mine, and things went downhill from there.
Even though she was yours, she still was.
She's mine.
But she still cheated on you, unless she
right.
would.
But see,
got you.
Stuff like that, like especially dealing with kids, that's a line for me. That's a line that cannot be uncrossed. Like if I have to guess if that is my child, you basically tarnished that whole process for me of becoming a dad and being a dad. And when you tarnish that process for me, that you kill something in me. Like, you made me question. I have to then question how I feel about this child, because either if it's a paternal feeling, or is it that's another baby.
I did a video on that, exactly what you said. I gotta go track it up. But oh my God, you are 150% right. And everything that I said in that video, people may not have gotten it, but you said it so nice and simple. You said it so nice and simple. People, you just go ahead, because yes, people need to hear that.
And see, and now we know, and now we can see why he's reluctant to go down that road again.
Yeah,
I get it now.
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard that I had she was pregnant, I was so happy. I was in tears. I mean, I was starting a new job. I was working hard. I was still immature, still, not really a man about mine, but I had so many dreams for it, and dreams for myself and for the family. So I wanted to marry her, and I started making plans, writing down plans for our daughter. And I started, dreaming big, and, what she wants to do. I just started planning things. And that, granted, did I want her to live her own life? Of course, but I had so much expectation. Now, it was so much bustling of energy that I was just feeling just the thought of having a daughter. And then when I found out that she cheated, I didn't even. That kind of just was tossed out the window for a second. I was like, okay, great, whatever, do your thing. I'm just happy that I have a daughter coming. And then when she told me that she might not be mine, a piece of me died a little bit. A piece of me had a serious issue with that. Like I couldn't even, when I would go to the doctor appointments, I couldn't even look at her as my own daughter yet. And it took what a couple hours actually after she was born for me to get the results back. Um, and so what it did was it's for a man doesn't go through the same chemical change that a woman goes through when she's having a baby. That bonding agent, it builds. It's not the same. It's similar, but it's not the same. Like not to the degree that it goes for a woman. And so when she did that, it left a gap, a separation, and that it was so hard to get it back, get that excitement back, get that joy back, that happiness, that love back. And
Oh, I love hearing men point of views, especially when they're talking like this, because this is why I say we need a medium, because we need to understand each other. And this is help anybody that's listening to this. Please leave a comment down below if this experience ever happened to you. You know, but this is so important. So, how long did it take for you to bond with the baby?
it's to be honest, it took years because the issues between her and I, it only was beginning to grow, right? So when the moment when she was pregnant, the time that she was pregnant,
So
when
when you
she
signed the birth certificate, you had an issue with it then?
well, I mean, once I signed the birth certificate, I still even past that, me signing the birth certificate, I had issues, and the reason why was because during the time of her pregnancy, of her going through the 9 months of pregnancy, I was half in, half out because I didn't know. So she felt that, and she carried resentment from me. So she would play little games like, oh, well, you remember that you didn't want her in the first place. Oh, you didn't think that was your baby in the first place. So it was kind of a back and forth thing going on. And then you know, there would go days and weeks and maybe even sometimes months I couldn't see her, or if I did see her, I have to see her on her terms, or if I did spend time with her, or if I had some suggestions as to what I want our daughter to not do or not do, it was now granted, I will say this on my end, I wasn't mature enough to handle these situations. That's why I understand and realize that it takes a man to raise a family and to be head of a family, because he has to be balanced, and even if there's extreme emotional situations, he has to be level headed to be able to handle those situations. And I didn't handle those situations as level headed as I should have. But she carried resentment for me. I carried resentment for her, and it bled over to our daughter. And what it inevitably did was I wanted say so in my daughter's life, and she was like, "Well, why would I give you say so? Why should you have say so when you know?" You don't do this, you haven't done this, or you don't do enough of this or that or the third. And you know part of me never forgave her for putting me through that. Like
Mm,
that's the most sacred, like that's the most, if you could if I think the worst thing a woman can do to a man, the worst thing that a woman can do to a man, is to make him question his own kids in some
mm,
way, shape, or form or fashion.
yeah, yeah.
Because then, even if then it takes away his ability to see his children in the manner that he needs to see them, to do what he needs to do to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
You
We
know.
got Dana now.
You
Well,
said,
DNA,
oh
Dana.
yeah.
Well, I mean, so what terms are you guys on now?
We're on way better terms. I'm able to call her and talk to her about certain things. She still has um she still has this viewpoint, and she still carries this viewpoint that what she says, her what she say is law, what she say goes, type of thing. I have an issue with that because um you know to say that what you say is law or to say what you say goes would mean that you know best. And for you to think that you know best regarding our child that, you know, has my personality or has 50% of me, you know, it rubs me the wrong way.
You know, I'm gonna ask you the magical question, right?
I don't know what the magical one is, but go ahead.
Just you took for child support though, right?
Oh, she's taken care of.
No. Did she take you to child support?
Yeah, she took me to child support.
Yeah. See, that's the only problem that I have. See, y'all need to come on the women's channel and talk more. So not on the men's channel. Come on the women's channel, because some women, at least you see all these women right here, we feel what you're saying and we feeling that she was wrong. You know, we care too.
But it's not. But see, it's not just her that was wrong. It was me too, because how I should have handled this.
But you didn't cheat, so and
no. But
how old was you?
I was well at the time I was 21.
Yeah, you were still a baby yourself. So how would you know how to handle that?
But this is why I say that this was my fault. This is I place the majority, the heavy load of the blame on my shoulders, because I can't play a man and not actually be one.
Mm-hmm.
What I should have done was before I you know, it was my responsibility to, if I was going to, you know, have a child with someone, I needed to marry them before they had, you know, before she had my baby or whatever the case is. I should have not allowed myself to ejaculate in her with, you know, without without no type of protection, me acting like a man, you know, or me acting playing adult.
You was young and dumb and full of cum.
I was, but
you was acting like a young man.
You was acting. Like I'm trying to say you was acting your age.
Right, true, but the onus still falls on me. I have to be responsible on my own shoulders.
But it's done. It's done already.
It is, but
now you know how to move forward because you matured. But if you're going backwards like that and saying things you should have done over, you cannot do it over. You were a 21-year-old, and you did what a 21-year-old does. Did you have your father in your household?
No.
See, that's the point that I'm saying. So you did what you only knew what was best as you matured. That's like me when I was young. I'm like, damn, I helped them. I did. Oh wow, like I'm like two different people now, and I was like, damn, I was a hothead. Damn.
But see, the reason why I disagree is because I knew, based off of, you know, my mom did a great job, you know, making sure I read the Bible and study and pray and all that. I knew what was wrong and right based off of reading the Bible. However, I just wasn't living according to the Bible principles. But the point that I'm making is, as a man, one thing I've learned is kind of growing up and maturing as a man, I cannot give myself an out. That's just facts. I just cannot give myself an out because I am a man, and when the especially as a black man, the consequences are far more dire for me than for anyone else, any other demographic of men. For my mistakes, I can either get put in prison or I can be killed at any time. So there is no excuses. There is no, well, I was just da-da-da-da-da.
But you still was the thing is, you can't take away you were still young.
I was young, but as I also can, but if I can also say, in the same breath of me saying that it was my fault, I can then also say in the same breath that she allowed her, you know, women shouldn't, you know, marry before you carry. So I have to take my responsibility in it, and women have to take their responsibility in it. But as my responsibility, I put myself in a position to be vulnerable to another person's antics, to be vulnerable to another person's way of thinking and way of moving, so that it could affect my life to a degree where I am
You didn't know all
And
that when she got
That's what I was
pregnant.
going to say. You didn't know none of that.
I didn't, but at the same time, I mean, was too immature to see it. But at the same time, that's whether ignorance is not an excuse
We never said that. The point is, you did.
for myself.
You are 21-year-old, young, dumb, and full of cum. I'm saying that I'm glad you didn't make it a baby mama's thing, and you learned from that. But I never said it takes responsibility. All that's still going to be there. There's consequences for your actions. Yes, it is. But you're still 21.
Yeah,
You're not 31. You're not 41. You know,
and that should be a lesson to anybody whoever listens to this.
right.
If you're
exactly.
21, if
Mhm.
you're 21, just because you're young, it does
Mhm.
not give yourself an excuse. You can still be put in prison for the rest of your life, and at the age of 21, and you can go get into a car with some buddies and some friends, and they go and rob a store, or do an armed robbery. You're gonna go to prison just like the rest of them. There is no excuses
Mhm.
for men. That is just not that we don't give, mamas is supposed to sound like how you ladies are sounding. Mamas are supposed to make you feel a little easier about the mistakes, the choices, the bad choices that you make. But for men, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? This is my fault. Even if it's somebody else's fault, it's still my fault because I allow myself to be a victim of what another person wants to do or wants for me. And even you may dot your I's and cross your T's, and you still maybe end up coming a victim. But the point is,
Exactly.
don't help nobody make you a victim. And I helped somebody make me a victim, and that was tender circumstances, so that I am scarred now. So that's why when I said earlier, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to find a woman's true intentions. It's because I have scarred myself. I have a self-inflicted wound to now not understand what's right for me and what's wrong for me as far as a woman goes. So I this is a wound that I put on my own, and I have to I've had to heal from it. I've had to forgive myself for it, but I've had to seek therapy for it, and then just try to level up and improve, and try to that's why I listen to Kevin Samuels, because he points out certain things that I may not have seen any other way. So therefore, when I do go on dates, I'm able to ask better questions to seek a woman that better suits me and what I want for my life.
She ain't gonna be better than me. But I will tell you something. I was in your shoes before, and that, not the father is not knowing who the father was, but I was in your shoes when I was young, and I had my daughter young, and I felt the same way you felt. You know when I had my next baby?
When was that?
16 and a half years later. 16, my kids are 16 and a half years apart. That's why I was trying to tell you. I wasn't pacifying you, and I'm just saying it happens. The mind state that I had when I had my daughter is not the same mind state that I had when I had my son. It's literally, both of them literally had me at the way they was raised, because they so far apart. They both was raised as single kids. It's like they both were single kids. My daughter had all of me, and now my son has all of me. I've been in your shoes. I've been scarred, and yes, the part with the baby. But me, I knew when the part. But the thing is, I know what that felt like, and I had to live with that. But I'm glad my daughter's my best friend now. See, that's my baby girl. So I'm glad God said, regardless of what we wanted or we wasn't thinking, God said that child needed to be here. We don't know what that child's going to be, or her child's going to be. So that child is a vessel for whatever generation that God wants generation to be. But I've been in yours. I get exactly what you're saying. But the
So,
difference,
so after that relationship, did you ever get into a serious relationship after that?
One other one, but for the most part, I just, you know, use women for my own purposes. I became really good at sex.
you're not
You know,
giving them our money, right?
huh?
You're not giving them our money, right?
That's funny. I became really good at sex. I learned. I did a lot to become some type of some person who can really have sex good, so I can sleep with as many women as I want to.
You didn't
And
answer my question, buddy. You didn't give none of them our money,
I,
right?
I don't pay for sex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, because
I
I've been in
don't, I don't
Colorado real quick, scratch you out.
I definitely don't pay for sex, but I did that, and then from I got into another serious relationship. That serious relationship it failed because I didn't see the person. I saw the sex acts. I saw it as, just somebody I continuously had sex with.
Okay.
And so, I didn't treat her like the person that she was, with so many different facets of her thoughts, ideas, beliefs, feelings. I didn't see all those things. I just saw it as, we had the best sex of our lives, so hey, let's do it. I just wasn't mature enough to really give that relationship the type of attention that it needed. And then the next one, there's no next one. I've been single ever since.
Yeah, but for me, the best way, as they say, the best way to
Best
get
way to get over it, somebody, is to get
no,
under somebody else.
no. But I heard that. But the best way to
You ain't
get ready for the
you
next
laughing, but
person.
you serious, huh?
Well, that's the old saying.
No,
That's the
listen.
old
I've
saying.
been single for almost 3 years. I ain't got under nobody yet.
No, I'm saying they saying the best way to be in a good relationship and what you're doing already, you gotta learn how to spend time by yourself. So nobody could never say to you while I'm leaving, bye. You know what I'm saying? So it's something you have to spend. They say it's good to be single and spend some time to yourself. Learn, sleep in your
Well,
own bed, so you don't have to be used to somebody. If you stay, you stay. You go, you go.
the hope is to find someone to be with, to say like, if you leaving, no baby, don't go. I don't want you to go. I want to find somebody that I want to stay, that I want to keep
No,
around.
you will not hear that from me because you would never say to me, "I want to go." So if you don't
Yeah,
never
I
say
know.
to me, "I want to go," I will never. One thing, if I live with a
And
man and I believe and we're in the same household, I would never say leave. But the minute the man say he want to go, bye.
and that's what I'm saying. I would hope, and I also would hope to be the kind of man that, if I wanted to leave, a woman would put in, would.
No, but that game I don't play. That's why it's called communication. That's why it's what can I do for you? Are you all right? You okay? Anything on your mind? See them childish games I don't play. Don't never.
I don't. I mean,
That's to me. That's a childish game.
I,
If a
I,
man
I,
want to go, stay, baby. You should you should never even had that thought that I want to go.
I'm
I'd be
not
mad
talking
that you
about the
had a thought.
game. I'm not talking about it as a game. I'm talking about it as more or less, if a if a man if me as a man says, um I'm leaving, or whatever the case is, I want to be the kind of caliber of man, as good of a man, to say, what can I do? What can she do? Or I want her to think to herself, what can I do to keep him? Because
What?
he's that good caliber of a man.
But Trey, don't never tell me that, okay? Don't never tell me I want to go. I don't, because what would make for that thought process to happen, I want to go. That to me, that's being selfish because you excluded me and had in your mind you was ready to leave me. So We together. We gonna be together. We gonna go through everything together. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving unless you truly want to go. But I just don't like, because that that crushes, to me, that's like emotional blackmail, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna go, but I want to see how bad she want me to stay here. So now she got to do things in her mind to get you to stay. That's emotional blackmail.
That sounds very manipulative
That
and
sounds toxic
narcissistic
to
in a
me.
way. That sounds very narcissistic in a way. Well, although some, I mean, to be honest, toxic relationships for a lot of people are the best relationships. I don't know why, but that's just the
Like
way
I
it
said,
is.
I barely have arguments in my relationships. I
Some
don't.
some
Certain
women love
things.
toxic relationships. So do some men.
Well,
Mhm.
No, I don't have to. I don't know. No, I know how to treat a man. I ain't gotta keep on their toes. I'm full of adventure. I got more than enough adventure in me to keep you on your toes. But once that thought come to your head while I'm leaving, that now you start to make me think what you doing. That makes a woman think, well, what else you doing out there? Is he leaving me for somebody? It puts a lot of doubt in a woman's mind. And then now a woman will not be honest to you. She's going to be not honest now because she's going to be doing things to keep you. That's not real. So now you said you worrying about a woman intent. Her intent would not be about you no more. Her intent would be all fake things to do to keep you to stay, which would be fake. It would not be done out of love right now. And you always want to make sure, for me, I always want to make sure whatever somebody do for me is out of love or because they want to do it, not because I suggested, well, we should. No,
Yeah, that you need to see how bad they want you or anything. Because if they want you,
because he
if
went.
you guys are together, and
I
I mean,
I think that
I
sounds
kind of
good.
understand what you're saying a little bit. I think what you're saying is, if you guys are gonna break up, you want to know that you're not leaving something that's your destiny,
No,
or
he want a girl to like that, like the five heartbeats. Every night I gotta fight for my love, But it's a mind game, and that I don't play because I wouldn't do it to you.
I think
I
the
wouldn't.
very I
I
think
wouldn't do it to you. That's what I'm saying. I treat people like how I like for them to treat me, and I would never do that to a man. So don't never do that to me. I'm the person that when people test, I'm always going to fail that test. I'm not the one to be tested. I'm going to always fail because I'm like, if I'm doing everything that I could for you, or if something changes and I give you your space or whatever, because everybody need their own space. Everybody got to have time to think. Everybody needs that. So if I'm doing all of this and you hit me with, I'm ready to go. Oh Lord, we won't get in an argument here. Don't let the doorknob hit you with a good little scripture. But I just want to tell a woman that a woman should show
okay. Miss Leo says all men has to do to show me. Wait, let me get it right.
all a man has to
Do
do.
for me is show me that he is not interested, and that
You skip the
might
whole
seem shallow, but I agree with Tony. It's words that don't use in our relationship.
that you don't use relationship. Yeah.
There's word that use.
No,
There's words you
life
don't
is
use.
not a test. People make life is simple because there's other harder things in life. A relationship, you're going to go through ups and downs, but life is not life is really simple because when you in a relationship, we together, we're not together.
Life is a journey.
Life is a journey. Like, but I know my mouth. Woo, he will. But my thing is, I wouldn't want to say nothing to hurt my mate. Now, after we break up, he would see a whole new person. Like, damn, where did she come from? But the thing is, you have to me, if you love somebody, you gotta treat them the way they want to treat you, and that's what love and care. Because now you may deal with a woman that's always analyzing stuff, which would be like me. Like my question is, instead of me trying to tell you to stay, my question is, why would he say that? Why would he say that? Is it the girl down? That's it. Stuff like that drive women crazy. And once y'all open up that floodgate, that's what you ask for. That's what you ask for. Life is not a test, baby. It ain't no, okay, the fire is on the stove and I'm telling you it's going to get burnt. Okay, life is a test. Stick your hand in there and see what's going to burn. No.
I mean,
But
like,
if you can find a better constructive way of saying that, Trey, just try it that way.
I would just say this, that it's not easy finding a mate, let alone a mate of value.
Mm-hmm.
And when the possibility of losing that mate arises or comes up, there's you obviously want to do whatever it takes to keep that person. And so I would want those same sentiments to be felt towards me.
But you can do that without saying I'm leaving, can't you?
I mean, I wouldn't. If I was leaving, there will be a choice. There will be a reason why I'm leaving.
Right.
However,
Mm-hmm.
However, only thing I'm pointing out is that you still have to. If you can see, leaving isn't always words. Sometimes leaving is the effort that I'm giving is starting to, to kind of go down a little bit because of your actions, or
Okay.
I'm starting to check out
better.
in some areas.
That sounds better.
And so because those things are happening, leaving doesn't always mean like, yo, I'm walking out the door.
Oh, okay.
That's typically people leave way before they actually leave.
Right.
So, if you notice these things from me, because you regard how great I really am at my best, then I would hope that, it's a concerted effort on your part to say, no, you're not going, nope. What's going on? Wait, hold up. You were too good of a man for me just to, I think that kind of needs to start coming back. Women telling women and, men telling men, hey, you got you a good woman. You better listen. Are a woman telling man, hey, hold up. This whole thing that you talk about, I can be single or whatever. Listen, I'll take them if you don't want them. I think that needs to start coming back, because nowadays what's happening a lot of times now is, women be like, oh girl, you don't need him, and then be trying to sleep with them right after you leave. You know what I'm saying? So
that go both ways. Ways. That's
why I just said that.
That's why I don't be around none of my friends with they men. I'm old school. I don't be around. I'm like, if we doing something as a function, yeah. But that's what. No. No. I'm that old school. How my girl Aretha Franklin said, she don't want nobody around me and my man.
I don't know what that is, but I will say
it's Aretha Franklin song. Check it out.
I've never heard of it, but I will say, I do agree that you shouldn't play mental games in relationships. However, I will say this: the dating scene is a game, so it's pretty much who does it better. Or what game is played better. That's the whole scene we live in.
I don't play that game neither. I'm just not the one for the games.
Listen, you can't.
If you're the one that's, like I told you before, if you're the one that's playing the game and The minute you change, I change. I stay the same. I stay the same.
Well, look, I will say this. I'm about to get into the stands. I'm gonna let you guys rock out. I am about to. I have to
Yeah,
go.
you about to. We stayed up late with you, so that he gonna get. We all going to bed. DOD. Thank you, my brother. Trey. Thank you, my brother.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Boss lady. Thank you, my sister.
Boss lady, you know,
Always.
I hope if you choose or you want that, if you want a man, I hope he comes speedily. You know
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying?
never even said anything about wanting a man, dear. I'm happy.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I just said if you do choose that you want a man, that's what I said.
I have all the men that I imagine in my brain, and
All the men shit bad. She's stupid.
Whether he's a Bob or he's in your brain, whichever one.
What's a Bob?
Yeah.
What's that?
A name.
No, it's a
No. I don't do Bobs.
What's a Bob then?
battery operator buddy.
Oh no. Oh no, that's no. I don't mess around with those things.
I'm just.
They don't get it, Trey.
I get it. They little battery operated friends.
Listen.
They battery.
You know what? I feel
operated
like
friends.
that's cheating. Now, to me, I feel like that's cheating. Because, like, you know, when you get a real person, you know, what kind of feelings or emotions are you supposed to have when you've been having feelings for plastic?
Don't stick the plastic in. Just use the clitoris stimulator.
No, I'm good. I'm cool.
Oh my goodness. Listen, the flower, whether it's the flower or if it's the bullet,
the rose,
the
baby.
rose. Yeah, there you go. The rose. There you go.
Yeah, I've been
bullet,
hearing about
the rose,
rose.
whatever one is your thing. Just hey.
I've never seen.
I did a video on the rose.
You did?
I did.
Miss Rod did too. Miss Rod did a video on the rose.
I have to go.
Miss Leo bought one last week.
My thing is, listen, whatever float your boat, only you, and only you is your life, your destiny, and is whatever you want to do. I don't care who, you know, I don't care who, like on these YouTubes or whatever, they can say whatever. But like I said, they're not preaching to the choir. Everybody got to find their happiness. I just hope they find their happiness the right way, the correct way.
Nisha said that she wanted to be in the commercial.
A commercial?
Yeah, for the rose.
Oh God! See y'all in the morning. See y'all in the morning.
Sis. Good night.
I didn't even see that. Nisha crazy.
That's Miss Leo, right? Not Miss
Yeah.
Leo.
No, yeah, I was saying Nisha said she wanted the commercial. Miss Leo wrote a whole page summary about her experience with the bullet, and she thought that was amazing, and she wanted to let everybody know that that's the best product on the market.
It didn't come up on my part. YouTube busted and put it there for me, but y'all crazy.
That's who she cheated on her ex-boyfriend with for 11.5 years. She finally got a Bob.
It went longer. Is that her fault? It lasted long. Is that her fault?
He didn't have to hear her talk afterwards. He didn't have to talk to her afterwards.
Right.
Y'all cutting up.
Listen, Nisha wanted to get that one-on-one session with the Rose, and she said that she was you know how they do like those little testimonials. That's how Nisha said she wanted to do. Nisha said she want to get on the little testimonials. I use this product, and at first I was scared.
You know what?
Ooh, it just hit every part of my
God.
pussy.
With a big old smile on her face.
Yeah.
Good
Matter of
night.
fact,
All right.
and Miss
Go
Leo,
ahead.
Miss Leo got a bullet for her. She got that new 2022 bullet for her anniversary.
How
She
you know
know
about
about
all
it.
this?
Her husband. That's what her
How
husband
you
gifted
know
her.
about how you know the new 22 one and the rose and all this?
How I know this? I
Yeah.
told you. After she cheated on me, I dedicated my life to learning how to have sex. That's what I did.
Oh,
That's how I know.
so you want to perfect it so you can teach,
Yeah.
but don't get too skilled at it because the next girl ain't skilled at it. She's gonna take your
So
skill
you
and give it to
order a
somebody else.
rose?
No,
Where
no.
do you
What
order?
how I know about the rose is because I sent this work. I was real player with it. I sent this girl like a couple years ago. I sent this girl a rose. And I told her, I said, listen, warm it up for me.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
but you could have used it together. Ooh, you like
No, no, I ain't no. Listen, I'm not a rose man.
it
I'm a-
doesn't go inside of
I'm-
nothing. It's just a
Yeah,
vibrator.
well, I
That's
don't
it.
want no. I
Don't-
don't want my PP vibrating.
How
I don't
you
want none
know
of
you
that.
ain't had a vibrator yet?
I don't want no vibrating PP. I don't do that.
Okay.
I
Having warm for me. I'm like,
got
no, babe, my warm is already warm. What are you
got,
talking about?
got my. Hey, sometimes you gotta rev up that engine.
I'm not messing with y'all. That's your job to rub this mess, get this engine working.
Listen, Nisha said that the rose. You please believe it. You don't know what you missing out on.
I don't see none of these messages. Is she saying that for real?
No,
Oh, forget y'all.
You can't see it because you got to put from the top chat to live chat.
Because these folks been in this.
Y'all
These
doing
folks
me
been
wrong.
in this.
That
They've
doing me
been in here
dirty.
for hours and they ain't came up. They just being in there. So I'm about to roast them.
Oh,
Miss Leo need the bullet and Nisha got the rose.
Oh my God. I'm checking my phone. I'm checking where the hell
As a matter of fact, Nisha got two colors. She got the
that
purple
commercial. That commercial one was the funny one.
Nisha got the purple one and the blue one. She alternates.
She got the purple dragon and the red devil.
Hell yeah. She alternates. Depending on how freaky she want to be that day.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Kevin Samuels, I'm sorry to say to you, we outdid you today. We will not be watching no more of you. We're going to go back over this tomorrow around the same time because I think that our conversation was a little bit better. But I know the Kevin Samuels people are going to be wanting to see more of him. But you know what? You will have to catch us tomorrow night. We'll let it play. But either way, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Y'all got me up way past my bedtime. I got to get up in 2 hours.
Good night.
All right, have a
Good
good
night,
night,
everybody.
All right. Thank y'all.